We welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series Season number 4 Championship Race at Homestead-Miami Speedway. We're here. It is officially time for the Xfinity Series Championship. Welcome to Homestead. We are ready to decide a new NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion tonight from the South Beach Homestead-Miami Speedway. Cars are on the racetrack for the final Xfinity Series warm-up session of the season, and most importantly, the final Xfinity Series warm-up session ever under the Xfinity Series name, as, of course, Grand National will be the name of this series next season. As we get a three-wide battle here between Cameron Chandler, Matthew White, Tyler Stevenson down at the bottom, as cars head down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. And there's the two YouTube machines. Of course,
hey,
it is.
I tell you what, we got some great racing on hand. Unlike my interview last week, I think I said that the top is unusable. I was wrong. We are using both lanes and ripping the fence, and we are fast and having a great battle.
Yeah, of course,
That's really what's going to make this. That's going to make this race interesting at multi-group racing. That's something you see a lot here at Homestead-Miami. You see a lot of multi-group racing, which is also why this track was selected to be the championship, because it just provides such good racing, and it's very fun for these drivers also.
Of course, it is championship week in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League for the Cup and in the Xfinity Series. Of course, the Cup Series championship race tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. And this is the final race of the Xfinity Series season, the final week of the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League, and there's Brody Webster in the 88 going around. So, of course, let's real quick go through your championship four drivers going for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series title tonight. So far, top of the board, Alexander Ortega in his final race with Chandler Wilson Racing, not completely know where he's going to be going next season. He won at Texas last week to, of course, get himself into this final four. In that number 32, he has 3 wins this year at Texas, Martinsville, and Watkins Glen in that 32 machine. So he's got a 1.5 mile win last week in Texas, a short track win, and a road course win. Then you move on to Cole Wilson, down P9 on the board so far in 9th. He has 2 wins this season at Atlanta and Portland. Of course, teammates Alexander Ortega, one final time. He will be driving the 22 machine, a little bit of a different paint scheme this week. If we can real quick find him. Apparently we can't find him. Where is Cole Wilson? I don't really know. But of course, he's driving the number 22 machine, another one of your championship 4 contenders. Here he is down the back straightaway in that 22 car. A lot of Miami colors going on here in that 22 of Cole Wilson. And of course, you got Richard Cherry, your regular season Xfinity Series champion, also advancing to the championship 4. 2 wins this year at Daytona and Michigan. Hasn't won since Michigan in the summer. So he'll be looking for a win tonight, which would be his 3rd, and of course would lock up the Xfinity Series championship this season for him. And of course, Richard Cherry, like I said, won the regular season title. He's driving for Team Chevy Motor Club, the final championship 4 driver, another driver with 3 wins on the year. It's going to be number 76 of Justin Arant. He, of course, won at Fontana, Iowa, and Talladega in the playoffs this season. He'll be looking for his 4th win of the year and, of course, the Xfinity Series title.
Yeah, 4 really good drivers here in this championship 4. It's going to be an interesting race between the 4, but also it's not just between the 4, because there's a lot of drivers trying to also win this race, which also makes this really interesting. Because yeah, there's obviously the non-playoff drivers, which is obviously most of the field. There's a bunch of non-playoff drivers trying to go for this win also. We'll see how they treat racing the championship racers, because some might just try to go for the win, and some might just let the championship drivers race for the championship. I know tomorrow I'm probably going to try to go for the win, because I don't want to get a win this season. That's the same for a lot of people here tonight, and yeah, it'll be interesting. This race will be very interesting tonight.
Of course, you can tell who's a championship 4 driver by their usual playoff banners, and then of course they're going to have C4 next to their name on the ticker here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. So far, top of the board, Alexander Ortega in that number 32 machine. Looking pretty solid. Won at Texas, of course, last week. Looking for back-to-back wins, which would be his 4th win of the year, and of course the elusive Xfinity Series title.
Yep. Oh, yeah, big hit down there. It's obviously gonna be a lot of messing around in practice, but when it gets to the race, it's gonna get a lot more serious, and the pressure will be on for the championship drivers. The main thing for the championship drivers is really just to manage the championship pressure. It's a really big thing because you do not want to crack under pressure. Obviously, it's the only race in the championship round, championship 4 race. So you you really just can't crack under pressure because you only have one race to do it, and you just need to make the most out of this race, and try to crack under pressure and just try to execute this race perfectly, and whoever does that the best will win this championship.
Of course, highest finisher of the Final Four will be crowned your NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion for season number 4. Who will that be? We will find out tonight. About halfway through this warm-up session in Miami, Alexander Ortega so far top of the board. We also get another championship battle going on tonight. It'll be the Xfinity Series Teams Championship between, at this point, Team Chevy Motor Club and Chandler Wilson Racing. You can see Team Chevy Motor Club sits minus 13 at CWR on that team's championship. And they're going to need to have a good night with most likely Richard Cherry over the CWR drivers to win the team championship. ETR sits 3rd place. They basically have 3rd place locked up for the most part. And it's going to be between Chandler Wilson Racing and Team Chevy Motor Club for the team's championship here in the Xfinity Series. Once again, here are your championship 4 drivers tonight. Still get to see Justin Rott on the racetrack. He's the only Final Four driver that has yet to run here in Miami. Fortunately, iRacing audio, once again, is still a little bit broken. It's the 3rd straight week. I don't know why they're not fixing it yet, but we're just going to have to do it tonight. Nothing we can do about it.
Yep. Going back to the team's championship, it's really interesting to see. It's really, it's only between CWR and TCMC, because, the next car back, Ethan Trundle Racing, ETR is really far back to those two, roughly 100 points back to CWR. So it's between Team Chevy Motor Club and Chandler Wilson Racing, which, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, it's a championship that kind of gets overlooked a lot, but it's still a cool thing to win. And it's a cool thing for especially a team owner to win, because it shows that you have the best team on in the field in the Xfinity Series. You see everyone making laps here. Ortega still top of the board here, and then Matthew White in 2nd. Matthew White is going for the Cup Championship tomorrow night, so be sure to watch out for him. But Ortega top of the board. He's going for the championship tonight, as we have mentioned. And then Huntsiker 3rd, Wilkin 4th, and Cheery 5th, who's also a championship driver.
Of course, Matthew White and Braden Huntsiker and Cameron Chandler aren't actually going to be in this race tonight. They're just on with the YouTube cars on the racetrack right now, putting on a little bit of a show. Matthew White is heading through 1 and 2 here in Miami. Oh my God, these cars sound awful. I don't know how the iRacing audio is still so broken.
Yep. The good thing is that won't affect the racing at all. Because we can still have really good racing here tonight in Miami. As we got 12.5 minutes left here in Homestead. I'm just really excited to see how this race will go. Me personally, I haven't actually been in a iRacing championship, but I have been in other games and other platforms in championships, and it's a similar. I would imagine it's a similar amount of pressure. Obviously, iRacing is still a lot more serious than NASCAR Heat 5, where I won the championship in the Heat 5 days. It's a lot more serious than that, but still, it's still a lot of pressure to try to win in any league race. And that's just something. I mentioned it before. You really just gotta manage it, and yeah, it's just a really tough task. I mean, you can be the fastest all season, and you could even just be eliminated in the first round. I mean, I can't say I was the fastest in the season and cup, but I mean, I got eliminated in the first round, and I felt I should have made my way a little higher in the playoffs. And yeah, it's just something that's super tough about the playoff format, and yeah, just surviving each round, and yeah, it's a really good feat for all the championship 4 drivers. Even if they don't win the championship, it's still a great feat to make the championship and be racing for a championship here tonight.
Of course, joining me in the booth tonight is going to be Bryce Benson, driver of the 9 in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. Then oh my God, I can't talk. Then, of course, 2 Championship 4 drivers in the Cup Series. Going for the Cup Series title tomorrow night, Cameron Chandler, driver of the number 8 for Team Chevy Motor Club. And then, of course, the all-time wins leader in season number 1, Cup Series champion Matthew White, joining us in the booth as well. So it's going to be packed booth just like it is going to be tomorrow night. Brody Webster, driver of the 88 here in the Xfinity Series, and Eli Franklin, another Xfinity Series driver and points expert, is going to be joining us in the booth tomorrow night. Here is Christian Herglass, driver of the number 4 for Team Chevy Motor Club. He announced earlier that he's going to be moving on from TCMC at the end of the season. Got this thank you Team Chevy Motor Club car right now, and will be going to Questionable Motorsports in season number 5 here in the Grand National Series.
Yep, indeed. Ripping the top here, not all the way to the wall. It takes a lot of confidence to get to the wall here in Miami. You don't wanna hit that wall, especially in qualifying, because if you hit the wall in qualifying, the way iRacing works is, yeah, if you hit the wall or get any type of incident point, that qualifying lap will be deleted. So yeah, you have to try to rip the wall. That's what it looks like is the fastest line. You have to try to do that, but you also got to make sure you're not hitting the wall. So yeah, you gotta find that fine line in qualifying, and that's something that takes a lot of experience to find. And see, there's also Maddox Beard in the 8 with Herglass behind him. 2 NASCAR Heat 5 FCS drivers. I'm trying not to mention that too much, but it's still cool to see them racing here tonight. They've been obviously full time in Xfinity also, but yeah, it's cool to see them racing, and yeah, we got 8 minutes left here in practice.
So how will these non-playoff drivers stack up tonight? Of course, you got Ortega still top of the board, but some drivers I would say to watch tonight. Of course, Cup Series driver Trenton Wilkin, newly announced Xfinity Series full-time driver for next season Jacob Malone here in the 45 tonight. Michael Gregory, of course, just got eliminated from the playoffs from the Championship 4, just missed out last week in Texas. He'll be going for a win tonight. He has been so good in the second half of the year. A lot of other drivers to watch out for also.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they race the Championship 4 drivers, and yeah, I mean, as a Championship 4 driver, you really have to just hope that you don't get again any like incidents involving the non-championship drivers, because yeah, if you do that, that will if you get in like a race-ending crash, then that's obviously championship over. So you have to really you have to just hope that that they don't screw you over at all. And yeah, I mean, it provides another challenge for these for the Championship 4 drivers to be racing alongside these non-playoff drivers too. There's still some pretty fast drivers that maybe could have made the Championship 4 but ended up not. And yeah, it's going to be interesting here tonight, as I mentioned like a million times here already, but it's definitely going to be a fun race, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who gets the championship here tonight.
Speaking of non-playoff drivers, Jacob Malone goes top the board here in Miami. Passes Alexander Ortega. We have the side-by-side battle between our 2 YouTube cars, Matthew White and Cameron Chandler. Guys, you want to give us a little bit of update what's going on with you two and what you're feeling on the track?
I tell you, from what I said before earlier, this is still shaping to be a great race. You can really, I'm going to do it right here. You really can send it in on the bottom, slide and dive on the top, and look at how much you'll clear. The guy on the top, he'll close back in. Well, you can get a good few car lengths off the corner, try to defend down the straightaway. And it's slick, too, so that you'll see these guys getting loose and starting to slide around the racetrack later on the race.
Big send back to the inside for Matthew White, doing the exact same thing on him. Giving us a little bit of a taste of what we're going to see tonight in this Xfinity Series Championship finale at Homestead-Miami Speedway. This is it to decide a new NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion. 4 drivers, 1 race. Whoever finishes highest of the championship 4 is your new Xfinity champion. That's just, of course, how it goes tonight.
Yep. Yeah, it was an interesting battle between the YouTube cars, Chandler and White. Yeah, not really like it's normal to see these two battle it out, because yeah, we've seen a lot of times White and Chandler battle it out. Obviously, not gonna be racing tonight, but still fun to watch these two battle. That's a big slide shot there. Oh,
man.
Goodness. A big slide shot is going to do the crossover. I can't even tell who's who, but yeah, as they battle here in the turn one, really fun to watch. Gives us a good preview for what to see tonight. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of slide jobs tonight for sure. Then when you do that slide job, when you slide up the track, there's a good chance that the car behind can get that crossover, and that's what they just showed right there. As squeeze them right there. They squeeze each other. That's into the wall. But yeah, that's another thing that I might see, because the top line is gonna be kind of powerful, but you can make the bottom work and get the shorter distance around the track. And yeah, you won't get a great run off the corner if you run the bottom, but you will get a better a better center of the corner by running the bottom. And yeah, that's kind of what allows for the slide job, because if you run the shorter distance around the track, you can slide up in front of the person on the top, and yeah, then you can try to complete that slide job, and that's going to be something we'll see a lot tonight.
Of course, coming back to about 4 minutes to go in the final Xfinity Series warm-up session of the season. Of course, qualifying coming up next, 2 laps as always. To finish off the year, you're going to be deciding your final pole sitter of the year. Of course, we could have a non-playoff, non-championship 4 driver win this race tonight. So we would have 2 drivers celebrating at the end. It would be the championship winner, and then, of course, the race winner as well. That would be interesting to see. We have seen that in the past in the Cup Series. I don't believe we've seen that in the Xfinity Series, though. As we have about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Justin Rupp finally in the session. He's not going to have a whole lot of practice here as we get ready for this 90-lap finale this season. Final race of the Xfinity Series season. It's the championship in Homestead-Miami Speedway. And, of course, everyone getting ready. Oh, terrible wreck down the back straightaway. And Ortega is going to get involved, too. Here on the back.
Matt Filippi clotheslined the guy. The 2 YouTube cars had a front row seat of that one.
Let's ride along a little bit and take Cameron Chandler, take us around this Homestead-Miami Speedway.
Yeah, so I'm going to be battling with Matthew White here, so it won't be an accurate representation of the lap. You just saw him sail it all into the wall. We're on about a 10-lap run here, so our right fronts are pretty killed. I'm not going to be able to get against the wall as well as we can. But it's not even been the fastest line. It seems like to be around the inside line. And both ends of the corner actually is the fastest place to be. A big slider from Matthew White on Ortega. These two, they love each other. They have all their positive issues, and Matthew White loses the lead on that lap.
They head side by side. About 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in Homestead practice. As Herklot's looking like he's going around. Here's Cole Wilson. Got to talk about him real quick. Of course, 2 wins this year at Atlanta, which is a super speedway style mile and a half, and then of course Portland. He's been fast, but I don't know. There's so many other championship contenders like Alexander Ortega, Richter Cherry, Justin. I would honestly, not to be mean to Cole Wilson or anything, but just honestly, he's been good. But I would put him 4th in my drivers to win the title tonight. Just not as strong.
He had that Mickey Mouse win in Atlanta after he absolutely destroyed Justin Rod. I mean, I'm talking, sent that guy directly to the hospital, and I'm amazed Justin Rod can even race with us with how bad that crash was. But for
you have to wonder if you have to wonder if Justin Rod, I mean, there's a reason he's been showing up all the races late. I wonder if he's like going to physical therapy with how big of that hit was. I mean, this whole body can't even be like in the right place at this point. I mean.
And here's Justin Rott on the racetrack in that 76, a little bit late, but trying to get some final practice in before qualifying here in Homestead-Miami. Of course, tire wear going to be a big factor tonight. You're going to want to take care of your tires. 90 laps tonight, halfway break at the end of lap 45, just like all mile-and-a-half races. Of course, races will be extended a little bit next season at mile-and-a-half, so that's something to keep in mind about for the Grand National Series next year. Here's Rott down the front straightaway.
Talking about the tire wear, I'm not sure how long me and Matthew's run was. Well, obviously we're battling as well, but I believe it was about around 10 laps. I had 89, 91 on my right side tires. So
oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god! Yeah, we got multiple cars flipping down the back straightaway. I'm gonna be involved in it. It's an awful crash.
I mean, we were talking about tire wear, and we talk about how this track's multi-groove, and tire wear at this track's gonna be really interesting because you can run the wall and pull sliders, which can get you spots, but sliders just destroy the right front, and running the wall just destroys the right front. Really, the bottom of the racetrack where you want to save your tire. So, if you see some of the championship drivers pulling sliders like that, run the top, try to get track position, you're gonna see them kind of fall off towards the end of the run. And if we get a long run, if they're trying to get to the front in the first couple laps, let's say they didn't qualify well, they get to the front, they're not going to hold on for very long because their right front is going to be hurt and they're not going to be able to turn. And drivers are going to be able to turn right under them. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with that.
As this warm-up session is over, we come down to the final Xfinity Series qualifying session of the season. Gotta watch your Championship 4 contenders. Who's going to qualify the highest of them? And, of course, who's going to win the pole for tonight's race? Still got a race to decide, even if the Championship 4 drivers aren't going for the race win.
This is crucial for these, especially the Championship 4 drivers. You really want to get a good starting spot because if you get a bad lap, the problem if you get a bad lap is you might be buried way down in the field if you don't get a good qualifying lap. And yeah, you're gonna have a lot of work to do to try to catch the Championship 4 drivers. So you gotta make sure don't hit the wall, as I mentioned, and yeah, just push the car as much as you can, but don't hit the wall and just get a clean lap.
Here we go, qualifying underway.
What I saw in practice, you're gonna want to run the wall coming to your opening lap. Honestly, from the practice I did, I'm not too sure if the wall in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 is going to be faster than the bottom. We're going to have to find out, but definitely coming off pit road, you're going to want to run the roll, get as much momentum as you can, try to get to the bottom quickly. Shortest distance around should be the fastest from what I can imagine. So you're going to want to get the biggest run of the line, make sure you get to that bottom lane, carrying speed in the corner, and paint that white line, because that's the fastest way around. You want to make sure to not hit the wall coming off the corner, or that's going to invalidate your lap. So these drivers are going to have to make sure to keep it off the wall and get it all the way to the bottom to get the best lap they can.
So far, top of the board, Knox Thompson. Of course, got 2 laps to do it. We'll see if we have improvements on lap number 2. Jacob Malone now goes fastest. He, of course, was fastest in practice, as cars are taking an hour and a half to update the paint schemes. There we go. As Championship 4 driver Richard Cherry makes his way down the back straightaway. Hometown driver going for a championship in his hometown. How special would that be?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Richard Cherry's going to want this one. He's not really had the greatest season. Daytona win, which I don't know if he'd classify as one of his better wins, and then he won in Michigan, a bit of a controversial fashion. So Cherry wants to kind of show that he's not here just because of luck. He wants to show that he's here to win a championship.
But he did win the regular season title, was so consistent all year, but only 2 wins.
Yeah, one of the most consistent drivers in the series this year. Always was up there, always contending, honestly, for wins. He's one of the better drivers in this league when it comes to saving tire, and you're gonna have to see if Richard Cherry's gonna be there in the end.
Rott only 5th on his qualifying laps, as I believe he isn't backing it down just yet. I thought he was, but currently making his way through 1 and 2. Cherry is currently 3rd so far in the provisional pole. Non-championship driver Jacob Malone. In the wall goes Alexander Ortega in the 32. Oh, that's big time in the wall. That's important. and he'll stop his race car. Don't know if that was on lap 1, lap 0. All right, he'll have another redo here. He's got 2 minutes to go. Cannot afford something like that. Well, over 30 cars in the field.
That didn't look like in the lap for him, so he's going to reset the car since he hasn't started a lap technically yet. He's going to reset the car, get back on the track, try to get a better run to the line. That's not going to hurt you in qualifying. I do that all the time when I don't get a good run to the line. So you can just reset your car, get back going, and no damage there for him.
Justin Rott going to qualify in 6th. Cole Wilson up to 5th place, just beats Rott. As Cherry so far highest of the championship 4 drivers.
I was just talking to Cole Wilson. He said he was completely clueless for his lap, had no idea what to do, but still managed to just at a somewhat decent lap in 5th so far.
All right. And he'll back it down. Down the back stretch goes Tyler Stevenson. There is Ben Horner, the first race for Fat and Friends United.
A new team in the league. Just announced themselves only a couple days. I think it was about a week ago they've announced themselves, and they put themselves all half. I mean, all over social media, post about them all the time. So this team might be one of the more popular teams in the garage.
As Ortega sliding out of turn number 4, I believe on his lap. Let's see what this is gonna be. I don't know if I believe it's only lap 1. He's gonna have a lap 2 here, but he's 2nd, top of the championship 4 drivers. Wow, it doesn't matter. What a lap by Ortega. Can he maybe even get the pole, which would be even more important as he heads down the backstretch?
Man, if Ortega didn't have that slide off the corner, you have to wonder what his lap would be comparing to Jacob Malone's. If that slide never happened, where would he be? I mean, hoping he can replicate this, just not slide again. It looks like he's off the bottom a little bit, though, but not a slide, so we're going to have to see.
Across the line he goes, 20 seconds remaining, trying to knock Malone off pole, and he will not. Wilkin now goes 2nd, though. Yeah. Top 2 non-championship 4 drivers now. As Ortega backs it down, he is your highest qualifying championship 4 driver officially. Right now, championship 4 driver is going to start 3rd. Ortega, as qualifying is over. 5th, Richard Cherry. 8th, Cole Wilson. And 9th, Justin Ryan. And here we go. It's Jacob Malone on pole. And we're ready to go on Homestead-Miami. This is it. We are just about ready to decide an Xfinity Series champion live from Homestead-Miami Speedway. Let's get this thing going. Welcome live to Homestead-Miami Speedway for the final Xfinity Series race of the season. This is the championship race from Homestead. And let's go over your top 10. Of course, top 9 has all 4 championship 4 contenders. We said it was close. This one is going to be insane. They're all separated by 7 positions of each other. 4 of them. Alexander Ortega, of course, starts 3rd of the championship 4 drivers, highest of them. Malone and Wilkin going to share the front row. 2 ETR cars, 2 non-championship 4 drivers, and their teammate Justin Rott, of course, in the final 4. Then you got Alexander Ortega, highest final 4 driver, Sean Hillquist, Cherry, Tyler Stevenson, Christian Herklotz, Cole Wilson, Justin Rott, 2 championship 4 drivers starting 8th and 9th. Rott, of course, the lowest starting in the final 4 drivers, and Andrew Stacy rounding your top 10. If anyone wants to go through the rest of the top 20, they can.
Yeah, well, I'll pass on that one, but another thing I want to add before we go green here, Ortega and Cherry, last race at Dover, didn't really get along in that race. I mean, we know they're affiliated teammates with each other, but they didn't really have the same ideas last race, and Richard's starting right behind Ortega, so it's going to be interesting to see if Richard does anything. I wouldn't assume he would because of them both being in championship contention, but something to keep your eye out for the end of the race.
That was Texas, you fat person.
Close enough.
So we will have, actually, of course, before the green flag, like we sometimes do at these championship races and special races like these, we're going to have a 4-wide pace lap, or not for the rest of the, not for the entire field, but for the championship 4 drivers leading the front of the field. Hopefully Braden Hunsicker initiates this the right way.
Yep, he's currently working on it. And how about in a moment, not right now while they try to figure out what they're about to do, but how about in a moment we go speak to our current championship leader, Alexander Ortega, starting 3rd. Okay, yeah, no response, but I'll drag him in a moment.
All right, hang on.
Wait, they've been...
As cars roll onto the racetrack here in Miami. They're going to check pit road speed first and do their pit box usual stuff. And then the championship 4 drivers are going to go to the front of the field to lead them 4 wide.
Yeah, we talk about this. We were talking about this, the importance of starting order, and Ortega is currently the leader of this championship drivers. Don't forget, they don't have to win the race. They just have to finish ahead of the other championship drivers. So with Ortega being the furthest ahead, he doesn't really have to stress out about being the first one because he already is. So his goal is going to be just to save his tires and let everyone come to him. We talked about before the importance of the right front and saving that. So if he just saves his tires, lets everyone else come to him, he'll be in a good spot.
Yeah. The tire saving really isn't any different to any other media. I feel like it's just gonna be a lot of tire saving as usual as the field comes to check pit speed. They get to see where their pit boxes are, and yeah, it's gonna be it's kind of a little thing, but it is kind of nice for the drivers. Oh, someone almost hit the pit wall, but. Yeah, but yeah, it's still a good thing for the drivers to see where their pit box is. As yeah, you see them just rubbing into their pit box because obviously it's a game, so you can do that. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't see that in real life, but in iRacing you can do that. And yeah, they catch back up to the pace car, and yeah, they're gonna probably do their formation thing, I would imagine. And yeah, we'll see who comes out on top here in Miami.
All right.
Yeah, we don't talk about this very much, but the pit road is pretty important, especially if you're up in the front like Ortega is. I mean, pit boxes in the front are more important. Obviously, you don't have to get speed and kind of hold it. You can kind of just send it at a pit road, and that can really help, especially for the pole sitter. I mean, obviously, our championship driver isn't the pole sitter to this race, but they're all Ortega's close to the front, so higher pit stalls up there are gonna more important. Maybe the field possible white sectors.
And here come your championship 4 drivers. These 4 have worked all season long to get into this position. A shot at the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series Championship here in South Beach, Homestead-Miami Speedway, as they run 4 wide down the front straightaway, ready to see the green flag in a few laps time. 4 drivers, 1 champion. Who's going to take it tonight? Will it be Alexander Ortega, Richard Cherry, Cole Wilson, or Justin Ryan?
Before we start, I want to ask everyone in the booth, who's your favorite going to this race? I'm going with the consistent driver of the season. I'm going with Richard Cherry. I think a home race for him is going to be a good race for him, and I think he's going to beat all the other championship drivers.
I'm the head broadcaster, so I can't say.
Yeah, I feel like any of these guys could really get it. But yeah, I mean, really any of them could get it. But if I had to choose, I might go with Ortega, as long as he doesn't make any aggressive moves as he's known for. And yeah, if he could just keep the car in one piece, which he usually does. Yeah, I think Ortega could definitely get it. He's been really fast, and really any series he has ran. Cup, Xfinity, he's been fast in it, so I think Ortega could maybe come through with this win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the 22 of Cole Wilson. I mean, he's been in the playoffs, the championship for 4 seasons in a row now, hasn't won a single time. I mean, 3 seasons in a row, hasn't won a single time, but I think 3rd time's the charm, and I would go for Ortega too, but he's just made too many enemies over the season. I don't think any of them will let him run away with this one.
Yeah, it's the only thing. Yeah, it's the only thing with them. It's the only thing I could be concerned about is yeah, it's been kind of controversial with him, but yeah, but he is 3rd, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he can do. But yeah.
Here we go. Cars roll down.
Cameron, don't forget, Wilson also, he went through that fat removal surgery not too long ago, so he's been a little bit hindered when it comes to practice for this event. So,
anyways,
Wilson probably doesn't have as much practice as some of these drivers.
Matthew, wait, please shut up. Anyways, as they head their way through 3 and 4, it's going to be Jacob Malone and Trenton Wilk on the front row, but the final 4 drivers hunting behind them. What an Xfinity Series season it's been so far. It's finally time to wrap it up, and tonight we will decide a new NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series Championship. The pace car is in. Here we go. It's time to decide a champion racing in the championship race for the Xfinity Series in Miami. Green flag.
Oh, Trent Wilkin down.
Wilkin up the field, he
What a
might
save.
somehow saves him. He's getting loose out of more cars and knocks Thompson in the wall, and there they go. Cars in the wall, and yep, they're gonna wreck.
Oh, Beard.
Oh, Maddox Beard.
Yeah.
And they're
Both
wrecking.
drivers involved in.
Knocks Thompson, slams the wall. That is not the way we wanted to see this race. Somehow, all Championship 4 drivers avoid getting taken out in that one, and first caution already out, and we got multiple cars involved already in lap number 2 here in Miami. Knox Thompson is destroyed. I mean, it was just a whole chain reaction with Trent Wilkin getting loose. I mean, let's just take a first look at it here.
I was just about to say,
What a
Justin
wreck.
Rout 3 wide down on the bottom, and then as that happened, his teammate Wilkin gets turned directly in front of him, just how his season's been going all season long. Thankfully for him, he gets the
Oh, his teammate Hilquich, and then Kurt Glass just runs into the 08, and then Max DiFilippi gets a piece of it. DiFilippi comes down and hooks Maddox Beard. It was just a whole chain reaction of drivers. They get Warren Cook as well, who cooks. And Brandon Pfeiffer nowhere to go. Let's ride along with the 77 through this accident. I mean, just got taken out the last second there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what iRacing's doing with the audio. But anyways, riding along with Pfeiffer. And there they go ahead of him. He gets it slowed down. You think he's good. Look at all this, then thinks he has his hole, and nope. Oh, man.
Oh.
That's unfortunate for Pfeiffer. Let's look from the blimp. Oh, now this, of course, all got started.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for the drivers that got involved, especially like Maddox Beard. He started bleeding toward the back, and yeah, unfortunately for him, he's been looking to not go winless this season. This is definitely not going to help. But yeah, also not Thompson involved, and a lot of kind of underdogs, but still drivers that you could see up front, and yeah, they're I don't know if they're going to be out, but they are involved in this wreck on lap 1.
I mean, we were just that close for a Championship 4 driver being involved with Justin Rod. He made a little bit of contact with his teammate Trenton Wilkin, but I don't see any visible damage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
early
could
on in
have
the
been
race.
tragic.
Early on in the race, we talked about how the Championship 4 was a little bit spread out, and if we take a look at our pylon, Ortega 2nd, Wilson 3rd, and Sherry 4th, with Rout kind of involved in the incident back in 7th, but they were spread out earlier in the race, and now they're all together. So Ortega's advantage that he had in that start already pretty much gone. So now I think it's going to be kind of a dogfight between these guys who can get ahead of who and take care of the tires the most. You got to hope Rout doesn't have any damage, because he was involved a little bit with spinning of the 1 car.
And of course, don't think anyone's going to bring the cars pit road. It should become a 1 to go to the restart this time by here in Miami.
Quick little update on Cole Wilson. He's currently having issues with blinking. Almost got sent to the back from whatever blinking issue he had. And it's gonna be something to keep looking up on if he has any connection issues.
Some of the shoes here in Miami. First caution of the night already out. Big wreck happens towards the back of the fields, but it all started up front. I mean, inside the top 10, then it came down to about 30th place. They were wrecking still. It's definitely odd wreck. Restarting home lap 6 though.
Two cars already up the base. Warren Cook and Knox Thompson.
Of course, they are teammates. Both of them, of course, Knox Thompson driving for his own team, Warren Cook with that. So that's a terrible send-off for the team. I don't think you get much worse than that.
And for Wilson up on the front row here. Ortega gave him the front row, because I guess he wanted the inside 2nd row, which in iRacing definitely pretty important with how important having the lead is here, but still, Cole Wilson front row over Ortega. Definitely an advantage for now.
Yeah, Cole Wilson, of course, for now, will take the lead of the Championship 4. Definitely the most experienced Xfinity Series driver in the Final Four. He's been here 3 times, and now including this season. As we come back to the green flag, let's try this again. Oh, as they spin the tires, Cole Wilson right in front of Stevenson. It does not get going too well as we head back into 1 and 2 in the restart here in Miami. Ortega to the bottom. Wilson going to clear his teammate for now and take the lead of the championship. All final four drivers nose to tail side by side as they head down the backstretch.
What a great sight to see, seeing these 4 drivers all right next to each other. As you see, Rott right in the top, while everyone else in the top 5 ripping that bottom. Rott's going to get a good run off this corner. He's going to clear Cheery, maybe go for Wilson.
Look to the inside, and now look at Justin Rott. Oh, as they're sliding up the racetrack. Andrew Stacy back here. At least to make it 1 lap green. These things sound like Gen 4's got a little bit of taste of the Cup Series next season. As they head side by side with Justin Rott. Cole Wilson to the wall a little bit, and now Wilson going to follow in line. What a block! What is Tyler Stevenson? My God! Okay. Block and a half.
He did that down the front straightaway, and Stacy got into him. These are not happy with each other. Stacy's going to move him up the track a little bit, and here comes Ronan Suarez on the outside.
Oh, we got a crash in the back. It's Singleton. The 42 just crashes with McMillan, and there they go again. And the caution's out. And, on the wall, a couple of Ford Mustangs. Oh, man. And McMillan nearly came down in front of the 24. And caution out again, second time tonight. Another crash in the back. Let's take a look at what happens.
Yeah. The starts and the restarts are getting super chaotic, and yeah, this is kind of what you're seeing here early on in the championship race here in Miami. See what happened.
Not clear.
Yep.
42 might have been trying to slide in line behind whoever was in front of him and just didn't know that guy was there.
Yes, McMillan, of course, Singleton in his Xfinity Series debut tonight. That is not the way you want to start your career.
And we have several different drivers angry with each other about the amount of cautions so far. I mean, I think there's been 6 or 7 of them just screaming at each other.
And yeah, just completely cleared himself there, obviously. And McMillan, he came down in front of William Franklin a little bit. Oh my God, that was close.
To be quite honest, I'm not too sure what Nathan McMillan was doing there. I mean, he just absolutely, I turned now on that guy and just about cleaned him out. And Cole Clausen is here. Cole Clausen, I'm going to have to ask you, I don't know if you're talking to Ethan McMillan right now, but what was he thinking of that maneuver in front of Eli Franklin?
Well, I think he was just trying to avoid any other contact from other vehicles, but I tell you, he is furious with that random driver making their first rear start. I mean, I don't know what that guy was doing, but we'll go get this stand repaired, and he about to go flying around there like a bald eagle, son. I tell you what.
So Championship 4 drivers just faked on pit road. From McMillan, of course, with damage. A lot of cars in the back already torn up in this one. A lot of your top 20 drivers. Bottom 20, I mean. Outside the top 20, I can actually talk.
And Cameron said a little bit before that there was some frustrations over the radio, and brought up in those frustrations with one of our Championship 4 drivers of Ortega, who he's been known to not have the greatest reputation this season across the Cup and Xfinity Series, and it's showing again. So frustration with that driver doesn't really bode well for him later in the race. If someone who really doesn't like him, I mean, I'm not really too sure who specifically said it, but if they get up there to Ortega, you're gonna have to wonder what's gonna happen there.
Of course, 10 laps in, we haven't had that much green flag running tonight. The Championship 4 drivers right now run 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So not too much parity going on there, how they run. Right behind Jacob Malone. Only non-championship 4 drivers inside the top 5 right now. And that just shows you how close these 4 have been this year.
Jacob Malone is known for being really, really good on a short run, but not as known for the long run. So we're going to have to see what Malone has here. I mean, we talked about it before time and time again, how important tires are going to be. So if he can hold on against the championship drivers and how hard he will race the championship drivers. Obviously no teammates in the championship, so we're going to have to see what happens.
He does actually have a teammate with Justin Rott, ETR.
I'm screwed. about a few weeks ago, he said he had no idea Dylan was his teammate, so I'm sure he has no idea of that relationship right now, too.
Well, I mean, he should.
Sounds like ETR doesn't really do a good job of communicating who their teammates are.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do. We tell our drivers.
We talk
every
about
single week.
communication between team owners, and it all comes down to the team owner. I mean, just unbelievable Ethan Brother. I mean, I know I'm not the race official, but we're gonna have to take a look at Ethan McMillan there. He looked like he was behind the pace car and then sped right back around it, so that might be a penalty for Ethan McMillan there.
I mean, well, I don't even think Braden Hunsack was doing his job. I mean, he didn't even clear the blacks in the last yellow, so I really don't know what that guy's doing. He's probably having a honey bun somewhere.
As we prepare for the restart, going to be on lap 12 here in Miami. Still early in this Xfinity Series Championship finale. Justin Round, of course, now picks the outside. Ortega once again goes low third in line. And still can't find a way around Jacob Malone. We get ready for this restart here in Homestead. Let's see if the back half of the drivers can actually keep it clean this time. As we come back to the restart zone, we're back underway in Homestead yet again. Or a really good restart once again for the inside lane with Jacob Malone. He'll clear himself on Justin Runt, side by side now between Ortega and Cheery, heading back to 1 and 2.
Yeah, starting second is really a tough thing to do. You have to react to when the leader goes, and that's why you saw Malone get a really good jump, because Rod had to react to what when Malone went in the restart zone. But he's still the championship leader right now. But Ortega looking inside, couldn't get there. Rod stays in second with less practice than the other championship 4 drivers. He is leading the championship.
Oh my God! Again, he'll save it somehow. Sean Hillquist down on the inside lane, and there is Tyler Stevenson once again looking like making another aggressive block on Andrew Stacy. As the battle for the championship lead continues between Justin Rott and Alexander Ortega. Rott did a fantastic job holding the championship lead on that restart as they head back into 3 and 4.
Here they come, heading onto the front stretch. Ortega will see if he stays patient or if he will go for the move now. He's definitely close enough in turn 1. He's going to pull it to the inside. Will there be a slide job here? No, he's just going to stay on the inside. He's going to see if he can clear him. He can't clear him. Rott's going to get a good run. Oh, but he slides. That might cost him down the back stretch. Is heading into 3 and 4. Ortega, Rott side by side.
And Ortega back on the bottom. He'll take the lead in the championship. Obviously, still early on. You don't want to race too aggressively with even your championship contenders early in the race like this. Now Cole Wilson's starting to come into the picture as Cherry begins to fall back, and now here is running Suarez to the inside of Richard Cherry. No passing.
Cherry might just be trying to slow down to save tire, but he's got to look out. There's a car in the wall behind him.
Bernie Webster nearly gets a piece of it as well. And he'll save it. Oh, contact! Again, Stacy and Stevenson, these two got it coming down. My God.
That's right.
Yeah,
exactly.
over the radio a lap ago, Stevenson and Stacy, they were not very happy with each other. I think Stacy warned Stevenson that, or it might have been the other way, I'm not too sure, but there was a warning between those drivers about if they wanted to race that way, so we're going to have to see.
Battle now for second in the championship, third in the race between Cole Wilson and Justin Ryan. Cars head down the back straightaway in the sun-filled Miami backstretch. It's still Jacob Malone up front in the race, and Alexander Ortega leading the championship. Oh my God. And I thought that was another block by Stevenson. No, it's not. Freddie Webster trying to make his way to the inside of Trenton Wilkham. He's got Sean Hillquist all over his bumper to the outside of that A car.
Good battles going on in the midfield as they go side by side into turn 1 here. Yeah, great battles going on back here as Ortega's still leading the championship. But yeah, you gotta wonder about Richard Street also. Oh, yeah, already made. That's Wilkin going to the inside. As but you gotta think about Cheery. He's probably saving his stuff. So if we go green, maybe to the end of the stage, he can maybe come in later.
Gauntly and Wilkin battle for 10th place in the race right now. Gauntly back to the inside. He'll be full-time in Xfinity next season. Of course, Wilkin full-time in the Cup Series. He'll just sign that extension with his teammate Sean Hillquist to stay full-time in Cup for Season 5.
And also getting pressured by Vernon Suarez. Vernon was building a run just off of turn number 2, got a little bit loose. Let's see what kind of momentum can get on the top.
As they head down the front straightaway, the lap 19 in Miami. It's Ortega still leading the Final Four, and Jacob Malone still up front. We know he's good on the short runs, so we'll see what he can do as the run continues.
Yeah, see, the driver's kind of moving up top just a little bit, trying to get a little better runs off the corner, and a little bit more effective when the tires wear. You'll see people experimenting with different lines as, yeah, now they go back to the bottom. The bottom's the best line to save tires, but yeah, later on in this stage, obviously stage points don't matter, but it's still a good thing to get track position on the championship drivers. You want to get track position if you're a championship driver and try to be in front going into the final stage.
I mean, if you think about it, stage points actually do matter in some sort of perspective. With the Team Owners Championship right now, it's looking good right now for Chandler Wilson Racing, with Ortega in second and Wilson in fourth, with the first TCMC car back in sixth, Richard Cherry. And he's, of course, fourth of the championship four right now, Cherry.
Yeah. See, Cherry just kind of, yeah, he's kind of falling back to the other championship drivers. But yeah, I expect him to see him come in a little later in the run. He might be faster than the rest of the championship four drivers if he can just manage those tires, which he is very good at. We've seen it multiple times with Cherry, and yeah, as we look through the pack, maybe some moves here. But they get it all sorted out. But yeah, lap 21 here in Miami, still early in the championship race. So yeah, you gotta wonder if these drivers are just gonna play it patient or if they're gonna just go for it now and try to get track position.
As far as having a good run in fifth place, the driver of the 31 car, as they head their way down this backstretch once again. Battle between Justin Rott and Cole Wilson. Heading back into 3 and 4.
Talked about it a few laps ago, though. Suarez was right on Cole Wilson's tail, but you see him now. He's falling back multiple car lengths back. And looks like we're starting to see the effect of tire wear, but we go up front to Jacob Malone. Still, well, he's falling off as well. He's only about a 10th faster a lap before he was 2 or 3. So let's see how long it takes for Ortega and the rest of the field to run back to him.
Battle for third in the race, battle for second in the championship between Justin Rott and Cole Wilson as they head down the backstretch again. Of course, second doesn't matter. It's first place you're looking for in this championship race tonight of your Final Four contenders. There's Wilson looking inside on the 76 of Justin Rott as they head their way back down the front stretch. And Wilson closes back in line.
Yeah, if someone runs the top front view, it's going to be tough to pass them on the bottom unless you do a slide top. Now they're running the same line. Wilson trying to find a way around him. Obviously, like you said, Ethan, second doesn't really matter, but it could matter to try to go chase down that championship driver if you're faster than the person in second, which Wilson might be. They seem relatively equal through there, but Wilson is going to run a little bit of a more narrow line there. Probably not going to help him too much. Actually, didn't lose too much down the front stretches. Yeah, they're right. He's right on the rear bumper. Oh, almost gave him a little shot there. But yeah, Rott still hanging on in second in the championship and third in the race.
Malone still pulling away now 1.3 seconds out front as he prepares for his full-time Grand National campaign next year. Side by side between Christian Herklotz and Trent Wilkin. Gotta give the props to Christian Herklotz. I know he's leaving Team Chevy Motor Club at the end of this race, moving on to Questionable Motorsports next year. But man, what a second half of the Xfinity Series season he's had. Probably would have made the playoffs if he had this kind of pace earlier.
Yeah, it's just that. This has been a lot of a learning season for Christian Herklotz. Obviously, he was fairly new to iRacing at the start of the season. Now he's just gotten better every single race, and that's kind of how I was when I started Xfinity. I wasn't really. I was fairly new to iRacing when I started out in this league, and yeah, Herklotz doing a similar thing. And obviously though, when I did Xfinity, it was a lot less competitive than what it is now. So yeah, just props to Christian Herklotz for this improvement throughout the whole season.
And here's Cole Wilson trying to work to the inside of Justin Rott. Rott's still in that outside lane, but wearing out his tires a little more. He's almost in the wall a little bit as Wilson might have a run heading down this backstretch again. Battle for second place in the championship 4. Heading back into 3 and 4. Rod is all over the wall, and he's in the fence. Yeah, gotta be careful of that, especially earlier in this run. Under 20 laps to go in the stage, but still a lot to go in this race, obviously. Only 27 laps in.
Behind them, Richard Cherry on Vernon Suarez. He's going to get the position in the turn number 1.
And that's going to lead the championship 4 drivers now 2, 3, 4, 5. With Cherry back in 5th and 4th in the championship 4.
An update on the battle for the lead. Ortega has now flipped the switch and is now consistently faster than Jacob Malone. So the chase for the lead is officially back on.
Of course, I mean, if you're Ortega, if it gets down to the end of the race, you have a chance to catch Malone. Do you want to race him that hard, especially if you have some other championship 4 contender on your bumper?
I think you're going to have to. I mean, you can't really give the other championship 4 a chance to get by you. You got to race everyone as hard as you can. And if you give the other championship 4 drivers a chance to pass you, that's really not what you want. So you're going to want to get by every car that you possibly can.
Yeah, and also, you would also want to go for obviously a race win. It doesn't exactly matter, but it's still good to get a race win on top of a championship. But yeah, that's another thing that that they could be thinking about. But yeah, more importantly, yeah, you don't want to give the championship drivers a chance behind you to catch up. So yeah, you're gonna have to just kind of race everyone pretty hard, like you said, Matthew, and. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, with non-championship drivers racing, like I said, it spices things up a little bit.
Of course, Ortega pulling away from these 3 other championship 4 contenders and closing for the battle for the race lead. And now here's Cole Wilson looking at the inside on Justin Rott for 3rd in the race and 2nd in the championship. And well, once again, Cole Wilson just not able to get there and to his inside and race him even more.
It was definitely the faster car. You just can't find a way to get around him. I'm surprised, honestly, he hasn't tried to follow him on the wall. Justin actually might have caught the wall there. Cole has to lift. I'm surprised Cole hasn't tried to follow him on the wall through the corner and slide him. Here comes Richard Cherry now to the inside.
Cherry, we were talking about, was gaining on these guys. He'd be saving his stuff a little bit. Coming to the inside of the 22, Wilson trying to break outside of the final spot in the championship 4 like he has been all day.
Yeah,
I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised Cole Wilson didn't try to throw a slide job on that was almost a tongue attack right there, but I'm surprised Cole Wilson didn't try to pull a slider on the 76. I mean, we saw in practice in YouTube cars that you can do that, and it could work if you could slide up right. And I'm surprised Cole Wilson didn't try that, because clearly the bottom wasn't really working out for him, so I'm kind of shocked he didn't try a slider there, and it would give him a shot to pass him. He just didn't try, and now he's lost the spot to Cherry.
Cherry up to 4th in the race, 3rd in the final 4. And Ortega has now caught Jacob Malone as these 2 battle for the race lead. And it's Ortega now leading the 76 Rott by over 2.5 seconds. As now to the inside once again goes Cole Wilson, trying to retake the spot away from the 29 of Cherry, and Rott is backing up to these guys as well. This is definitely what Ortega wants to see.
I really like what Cherry did. He managed those tires, and yeah, I mean, he's now probably, I would imagine, the fastest championship driver on track. I could be wrong with that. Oh, he's got a big set there. Cherry's gonna get inside the corner speed and the exit speed, as yeah, Cherry gets up another position. He goes up to 3rd in the championship, as now it goes for Rod.
Go around the lap car of Ethan McMillan. The 70 car, of course, was involved in an earlier accident. Here is Tyler Stevenson to the inside around in Suarez for 6th place. They battle down the backstretch. Knowing with Justin Rowland 3rd and Jacob Malone, them being teammates, you have to wonder how hard Jacob Malone's going to race Ortega here to maybe see if there's some teamwork here between between Malone and Route. Maybe we'll see Malone battle Ortega harder than normal, but we'll have to see when Ortega gets there. And here we go, battle for 2nd in the championship, 3rd in the race between the 29 of Cherry and the 76 of Justin Rott. Side by side, Cherry on the long run has been coming, and he clears Justin Rott. And for the race lead, Ortega on the bumper, Malone.
I'm really liking how Cherry's car is driving right now. I just don't think he's going to have enough time to get up there and get to Ortega and pass him before the end of the stage, but I like how Cherry stayed back there, lost some time, but has really good tires and passed 2 of the championship guys.
And race lead battle with 10 to go in the stage between non-championship driver Jacob Malone and championship 4 leader Alexander Ortega. Ortega now in the outside lane. He's going to have good momentum. Malone going to almost slide up the racetrack. My God, that was close. And he'll clear him. Alexander Ortega going to take the lead in Homestead on lap 36.
Hey, you saw Malone just kind of pulled over for him down the straightaway as they passed the slow car, Brandon Pfeiffer. I'm not too sure why Malone did decide to just move out the way. I guess he thought the bottom might have been better, but clearly the wrong decision for him there.
It seems as usual, Jacob Malone's starting to struggle in the long run here in Miami. Always kind of see this with him in these mile and a halves. This whole mess. Look at this, almost 3 wide. Sean Hilquich trying to drop to the inside. Trenton Wilkin to the inside of Suarez as well. And Hilquich following in line in the 8 car.
How about that recovery from Hilquich? We saw him at the beginning of the run, out of control, almost head on into the inside wall, and now he's driving back through the field, back to where he was running.
Yep, you see them ripping the bottom here as we're getting close to that stage end. Chewy has gone left, obviously, to third and second in the championship, as we saw. And yeah, Chewy seems pretty quick, but I don't think he's going to have enough to catch Alexander Ortega, who is leading here in Miami. Malone falling off. It was interesting that Malone kind of almost, I wouldn't say let him, but let Ortega to the outside, but he chose the inside, and yeah, if he was trying to race Ortega, I definitely would have tried to keep that outside, but I don't know if Malone was trying to race Ortega that hard. And yeah, Ortega has the championship lead. Battles on for third in the championship.
And 4th in the race, Cole Wilson once again on the back bumper of Justin Rogers. Still cannot find a way around him. Of course, Cherry passed both these guys, and Wilson is still struggling to get around Justin Rye. I mean, you're running 5th. Is, like, he's having a good day in 5th place, but still last the championship 4 drivers. That is just how competitive this Final 4 is this season.
And if you're Cole Wilson, we've said it time and time again, he's the faster car between him and Rod. How much more patient can you be, especially going into the second half? Will we see Cole start to move him out the way and try to pass him the easy way?
Of course, Wilson's teammate, Alexander Ortega, right now leads the race and the Final 4, so we know these CWR cars have speed in Miami tonight. And look at Tyler Stevenson now to the inside with the 22 Wilson. This is exactly what Cole does not want to see. Oh, and he might just lift. He gets in the wall a little bit as they head down the backstretch side by side. And a 3 and 4.
Yep. New driver for Fat and French United takes the position away from Cole Wilson. Let's see if he can make the move on Justin Rod.
These two actually used to drive together at Ethan Trendler Racing in Season 3.
Yeah, and if you look right behind the route in Wilson, you've got a bunch of cars. Stevenson's already gotten there, but you see Wilkin and Hopewich and another car behind him. I think it's Suarez back there. So you got all these cars behind them, and if they get past for the end of the stage, that's going to really hurt them going to pit road and start of the second stage. That's going to be a lot of cars those guys are going to have to pass to get back to where Ortega's currently leading.
5 former and current Ethan Trendler Racing driver cars right here. Side by side, look at Trenton Wilkin to the inside of Cole Wilson. Now, these non-championship 4 drivers are just starting to swallow them up.
Yeah, Wilkin sailed it into that corner. Almost got into Cole Wilson. Luckily, no harm, no foul, and they'll continue.
Oh.
Look at Hilquich around the outside.
Oh.
Wilson is struggling. He doesn't want to fall back too far. He's back to 8th in the race.
I think Cole Burntop is right front trying to pass the route there, and now he's starting to really struggle, and just off the road is Justin Route, so Wilson's not going to be the only one going downhill here. I think this 8 and the 1 are going to get past 76 Bs.
Will his teammates, these are 2 teammates for Justin Route behind him, will they race him that aggressively? It looks like they will. To the inside goes that 8 car of Sean Hilquich.
Yeah, just because these cars aren't the champion doesn't mean they're not going to race other drivers hard.
Rock on the wall a little bit.
Wilkin
tries to give him a shove, his teammate, heading back on a 3 and 4.
Yeah, which just looks a little bit better than that 76. He's gonna easily get around him. Rott really struggled on that top, as now he's at risk of losing another spot to I believe that is Trent Wilkin, as yeah, we're getting close to that stage end. We got 2 laps to go in the stage. Ortega getting really good to get the stage win.
Yeah, these non-playoff drivers are swallowing up Justin Ryan and Cole Wilson, Championship 4 contenders. And up front, Alexander Ortega has pulled up about 2 seconds over Jacob Malone. Comes to the white flag in the stage this time by, with this whole battle going on behind them. They don't want to, of course, Ryan and Wilson don't want to lose too many positions because they're going to be far back on the pit stops. As Ortega continues to lead through 1 and 2. This is exactly what he needs to do in the second half to win this title. But Cherry not looking too bad either if he just maybe gets going a little bit quicker. First half.
The past few laps, Richard Cherry has been faster, if not the same pace as Alexander Ortega. So he has the track position now. Let's see if he can keep it for the second stage and be able to be there in the long run.
To the green, white checkered flag of the final stage finish of the season. It's going to be Alexander Ortega winning the stage. Second, going to be Jacob Malone. Third, Richard Cherry. Fourth, Stevenson. Fifth, Hilquich. Sixth, Wilkin. Seventh, Ront. Eighth, Suarez. And Cole Wilson falls all the way back to 9th. Stage caution will come out. Jeremiah Gauntly finishing 10th here in the stage. That's the first half done in Miami for the championship race. It's Alexander Ortega leading the championship, leading the race as well. Looks really good up front. Looking for a good pit stop now.
Yeah, this pit stop's definitely going to be pretty crucial. Probably going to be the last pit stop of the day if we get no more cautions. So yeah, it's going to be it'll be interesting to see a pit road here, because pit road could be crucial. You don't want to miss your box or anything. Just got to execute pit road very well, because yeah, if this goes through into the end, there's a chance it's going to be the last pit stop. This field paces down the backstretch. I believe pit road might be open this time.
All right. Under the caution flag again here in Miami.
Yep. See. Yep. Here they come onto pit road. Ortega leading us to pit road. Oh, geez, Malone really locked it up into pit road, which is kind of odd to see under caution, but yeah, here we go. Pit stops starting now.
Yeah, and here we go. It's halfway break pit stops. This could possibly be the final pit stops, scheduled pit stops of the season for these guys if we don't get any caution flags in the second half. These drivers are on pit road.
Looks like it's going to be 4 tires for all these guys.
For Fish Goodyear tires, need this to the end, packing it full as Sunoco fuel, and here we go. It's going to be Ortega off pit road first, perfectly executed. Second, Malone. Third, going to be Richard Cherry, and the highest Championship 4 driver after Cherry going to be Justin Ryan. Where is Cole Wilson? Oh my goodness, a terrible stop for Cole Wilson. Wow.
You have to imagine Cole Wilson has damage that he had to repair.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it was looking good here.
Yeah, that there's a chance maybe that's why he was a little off the pace. But the problem with that is going to be it's going to be pretty deep in the field. So yeah, I'll be interested to see if he can work his way up to the field. Yeah, it's crunch time for these championship drivers. This could very well be the final restart here tonight. And yeah, these restarts need to be executed perfectly for these championship drivers.
Of course.
What do we think? What do we think we go get Cole Wilson in here and go have a chat with him on why he's in the back now? Now, Cole Wilson, you were going backwards on that long run, and your pit crew, I don't know what they were doing in the pits. What happened to you?
We had to fix damage because Ron Suarez wrecked me on the last lap of the stage.
So now you're gonna roll back off 16th on the outside here. How do we feel? Okay, I guess you're on the bottom. How do we feel about your chances?
No, not good. Had a terrible first stint. Didn't save anything well. And, you're gonna get wrecked.
Okay, well, let's try not to do that and bring it home for CWR. You're my pick. And if you go 0-3, yeah, nice try to you. Good luck for the rest of the race.
We're going to restart here on lap 50. This could possibly be the final restart in NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series history, even though we're just switching the name, going to Grand National next season. But anyways, final restart of the season at least. We're going to have 41 still laps to go in this championship race. 2 championship 4 contenders on the front row, but can Cheery get a little bit of a better first run in this race to get up there to battle Ortega? Back to green in the championship. Ortega almost even, but he does clear Cheery as they head back into 1. Cheery actually clear Malone. That's important through 1 and 2. He's in second place in the race, and of course second in the final 4. And look at Justin Rott to the outside. Oh, he's loose. Oh, Stevenson, he's sideways in front of Hillquich. Hillquich is loose at the bottom. Somehow they all save it. My God.
Man, that's the second time Hillquich has been turned around this race. Somehow hangs on to it.
And look at Cole Wilson.
They're now 4 wide almost.
Oh, man, look at, now they are 4 wide for a second. Cole Wilson is sliding on the bottom, that 22.
Looks like everyone is sideways. Here they go, heading down the front stretch. All jockeying for positions here. Maybe the final restart. That's why everyone's getting so aggressive here.
Oh!
But yeah, now here comes Malone to the inside of Richard Cheery. Richard Cheery does not want to give this up because now Ortega might run away with these 2 battling.
And yeah,
you saw
Cheery.
how fast Jacob Malone was on that first run. He's clear of Cheery. Now here comes Justin Rott looking to the inside.
Rott in the 76 gonna slide up the racetrack. Cheery got momentum here down the front straightaway at Miami once again. They'll try to sort it out behind him.
What Cheery's hoping for is Malone's gonna get back to Ortega and start racing.
Oh, but here comes Rott.
This is gonna. How was I gonna say? Cheery should stay on the bottom, try to save his stuff, but now he's racing with Route, which is gonna make it a lot harder. Here comes Malone.
For the race lead, and Jacob Malone to the inside and clears Ortega, yeah. And
Malone,
side by side for a third.
Ortega over the radio said he's going to let him go. Now, Cole Wilson battling with Tyler Stevenson almost got turned around.
Cole Wilson is on a mission coming through the field.
Yeah, in my opinion, that was a great call by Ortega. Don't waste your stuff battling with Malone for no reason. It's gonna let him go, and I think that was a great, really smart call on Ortega's part. Most drivers would battle Malone, but Ortega just let him go.
Look at
And
this
here we
one,
go for the
Justin Rott
championship
on the
lead.
outside. He's clear.
Rott will take the lead of the championship here in Miami. And now going to be
he's
in the
going
race
for
with
the
his
lead.
teammate, yeah. On the outside of Malone. What a power move by Justin Rott. Looking to take the race lead away. But you got to think about it. You can't wear out your stuff. Justin Rott definitely did that earlier on. He's known for the long runs, but tonight, not so much. They head back to 1 and 2.
Got to get into the lead quick and start getting to the bottom and saving the stuff, or Ortega's going to come right back and take the lead again. Because we saw that at the end of the race, at the end of the stint there, that just got passed super easily, and Ortega just drove away. So the 76 going to have to get on the bottom and save his stuff.
They're not clear, though, into the race lead, into the championship lead in Miami. Passes both Ortega and Malone. Ortega back to second in the championship, third in the race. Then he got the 29 of Cheery. And look at Cole Wilson all the way up to 6th place. He has done an incredible job, I got to say. But he's got Gauntlet to his inside. I mean, these non-playoff drivers are racing these championship drivers absolutely insanely tonight. They're going for this win.
Just a picture-perfect restart for Wilson. I don't think that could have gone much better, all the way up to 6th from the back of the field. So really, really good restart out of this 22. Now he's going to make sure to not burn up his stuff.
Ooh, Wilkin.
Oh. Yeah, big stack up here. Cheery really backed up the corner. Wilkin wasn't expecting it. And here comes Cole Wilson now looking to the inside.
Yeah, Cheery really making sure to save those tires. He's going to need them later on. And we saw at the end of the run, he was too far back, but he saved them really well. So this time he's going to have to make sure save his tires really well, but not lose as much time.
Oh, he's sliding up the racetrack. Oh, man. And here comes Wilkin to the outside lane. And where's Cole Wilson going to go?
Dan, you know the driver that doesn't want to see this, Ortega, because now you have 3 TR cars inside the top 4, and if Wilkin gets there, they're going to act as roadblocks for Rod.
But no, look at
Malone to the inside.
For the race lead, here we go. Teammates not working together, obviously. And Ortega trying to follow on the bottom. Heading back into 1 and 2.
Yeah, not what I want to see.
Get this win still.
I wouldn't be very happy with Malone right now. If I was 76, I'd want him to just stay in line. Stay
Oh, we got a crash!
Oh, we got a problem.
And oh, they're coming back in front of the field. Caution. Caution's out.
Save it.
This is a really interesting timed yellow, because now if you're one of the championship guys, Are you gonna take tires and lose all the track position, or are you gonna stay out and hope you hold on? So it's gonna be interesting to see what these drivers are gonna do.
Let's take a look at what
I
happened
wouldn't
right
be surprised
behind.
if you see 2 of them stay out and 2 of them pit here.
Not the best angle there. Let's ride along with Stevenson through this crash.
When I saw the 98 just turned him here, but I'm gonna have to see from here.
Yeah,
A little neck code there. A little bit.
from the first
It
angle.
looked a little bit like neck code until he came up the track a little bit more.
Yeah, they definitely were gonna come together either way. Just close racing here. Jeremiah Gauntly not happy though with Tyler Stevenson.
Yeah, there they go. All right, well, we got to real quick get back here to see if anyone's going to come to the pit road. This is interesting. Lap 58 cautions out. Still have a little bit over
Yeah,
30 to go.
If I'm Cole Wilson, I think Cole Wilson or Richard Shearer are the 2 biggest calls for me because they're obviously not up here with Ortega in route right now, and I think that they're going to be a little bit slower. It looks like everyone's pitting here though.
Here we go. Everyone coming back down pit road. Anyone stay
Now,
out.
everyone pitting. Or are you going to see some 2-tire calls?
Oh.
I mean, we only had about a 10-lap run there.
Erdman stays out. He just missed the, well, didn't just miss, but missed the final 4 last week at Texas.
Erdman, Koch, and I think another driver there that I can't quite see, but it looks like he stayed out. Are we going to see any 2-tires calls here, though? That's the interesting thing.
I don't think we'll see that. This car is, it's not like the next gen. You can't, I don't see that working on the long run, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's
Here
true.
we go.
Yeah, I mean, it was only a 10-lap run. It's going to be interesting. Looks like everyone's taking 4, though.
Oh,
That car
Justin
might have
Rott.
taken 2, whoever that is.
Right, yeah.
Justin
2
Rott first off pit road?
was
maybe?
the,
Ooh,
oh,
it's gonna be
man.
close. It's going to be really close.
No.
Good stuff for Wilson.
He is for, and look at Wilkin, he jumps Ortega, and that's another ETR car in between Rott and Ortega.
Not sure will Sebastian what for that caution,
drivers-
but he's up to 8th right now.
3 drivers
Might
stay
have
out.
been 2 tires in that car.
We have an interesting top 3 now. CJ Erdman, Rojan Koch, and the rookie Benjamin Horner in the number 69 car for Fat and Friends Racing. First ever start, and he is looking to get up here and cause some trouble.
I haven't seen him all day long. He's been running outside the top 20, obviously. We'll see what happens. Rojan Koch's had a decent season. Of course, C. German made the playoffs, so we trust those more too. Two more, obviously. Come to the shoes.
Real quick, let's go grab our, I guess he's not the championship leader currently anymore, but let's go grab the 32 of Ortega. Now, Alexander Ortega, you started the highest out of all the playoff guys, won the stage, but now you're back in some traffic, has some cars on old tires ahead of you. How are you feeling for this restart?
Not great. I mean, we're clearly the fastest car. We destroyed everyone in stage 1 there. So hopefully these people aren't too stupid. One of the cars up here tried to change lanes and is getting back into his lane. But yeah, we're definitely the fastest car, and every lap we run under caution is one less lap for my long run pace to come in. So we'll see what happens.
Good luck to you, and let's go get it done for CWA.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yeah, that's
we
a lot
have
more.
issues with the 69 car getting sent to the back for choose cone violation.
Oh. It's unfortunate for Ben Horner. They wouldn't want to get some
That's
exposure
gonna
there.
really, that's really gonna upset Stick moving up the row. Ortega goes up the row. Wilson, actually, all the playoff drivers are gonna go up.
Yeah, but yeah, look
really
how far back
76
Ortega is
here.
now. That is this. Here we go for the restart.
Yeah.
Going to be Erdman and Rojan Koch, the 2 drivers that stayed out here, and we're back to green in Miami. How well of a restart are they going to get? Actually, Erdman gets a pretty decent start, and now right to the inside jumps there on Rojan Koch. And Erdman right in front of the 45 of Malone. He's going to slide up the racetrack. Rott trying to follow in line with him. You got Ortega on the outside trying to rip it. And look at this racing. Almost contact between Rott and Malone as they head down the backstretch. Got a car on the wall. No caution. And look at Rott to the inside. 3-1. What a move. Down low on Malone and Erdman. Looking to take the race lead.
And chaos for the back between the playoff drivers, but Rott has got clean track ahead of him, and all the other playoff drivers are buried. This is exactly what this 76 wants to see.
With 30 laps to go in Miami, but Malone back to the inside of him once again. And how about Kilpastian got into this whole thing? Battle for the race lead. Malone battling with your championship leader, Justin Rott. Oh, we had a car spinning. Down the backstretch, around goes Koch. He'll caution. don't know why that was caution. All right.
Caution waves once again, lap 62. But yeah, you saw the flash drivers game really aggressive with the people that stayed out, the drivers that stayed out. So yeah, something I expected to see is you see the wreck right there.
Like Landon Johnson.
Taking not happy over the radio with these cautions. I mean, him being back in 7th definitely gonna make him a little bit more frustrated with how his stage 1 went very well, and now he's stuck back here.
Saw Ortega, or I should say Cherry and Wilson also battled. They nearly made contact. There they go. Just Johnson comes up a little bit too much into Coke.
Yeah, unfortunately, it shouldn't have been a caution there. I mean, that car was out the way. So whoever is in control of the yellows, let's chill out a little bit. We want to see some racing in our last Xfinity race of the FedEx era.
The Xfinity era.
Got some. Yeah, I mean, we got some stuff over the radio. It's confusing me a little bit, but anyway, wrap up at first. Exactly what he wants to see, a teammate behind, but not really racing like a teammate. Definitely not what he wants to see. And his next close competitor is back in 7th. Herman's gonna pit, so that's really gonna make it 6th place now. But exactly what Justin Rout wants to see, he's gonna have control of this restart. Exactly what he wants. I'd assume he's gonna pick the bottom, but I'm not too sure. But Tegan 6th, Wilson 8th, Cherry 9th, really far back from the 76.
I am surprised though with how much Jacob Malone is racing your leader Justin Rout. I mean, he definitely wants to go for a win, but these two will be teammates full time next season in Grand National, of course.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Malone definitely wants to win this race, but at the expense of your teammate and your team owner winning this championship, I'm a little confused why Malone's racing this hard now. I mean, I would sit in line for now, kind of help your teammate and wait towards the end to race him. But early on right now, both burning up stuff. I mean, I'm a little confused by what's going on here, but I'm obviously not in the car, so it's up to them, but we're going to have to see what's going to happen here.
How about Ryan Kilbashian? Let's give a quick shout out to him. He'll be, I think, full-time next season for Team Chevy Motor Club, and he's in the 48 right now, running in 3rd.
Yeah, pretty impressive for him. But yeah, I feel like Malone's mindset maybe he's concerned about not being able to save tires very well, so maybe he just wants to just get out there and go so he can get a gap before his tires start to fall off. So it's kind of on him to just save tires. See, choose cone right here. Top 3, choose the bottom. Wow. Yeah. Wilkin chooses the top. Wow, that's interesting. That's an interesting call from the top 3.
We have issues with the 69 camp. Ben Horner, after getting sent to the back, has just had his Wi-Fi cut out, and he is going to be sent to the garage for a while.
All right. Here we go in Miami.
A lot of teammates running Justin, but they haven't really raced my teammates, but I'm not even going to really say they're really helping out the 76. I might not call them teammates here. But obviously the 76 in control in this restart. His close competitor is back in row 3 and 4, so really good bump. He's just gonna want to make sure to stay on the bottom, save his tires, and make everyone come to him instead of him falling back to them.
We're only going to have 25 laps to go once we go green again. This is not that far off to the end of this thing. And your closest championship contender to Justin Rott is Ortega back in 7th place, with Rott controlling the lead of the race. Here we go, once again from Miami. Pace car back in. 25 laps to go in the season, 25 laps to go to decide, as Season 4 Xfinity champion back to green again.
Incredible start for the 76. Oh, wait.
He is gone side by side between teammates. Top 3 all UTR. There's Toyota's Malone and Wilkin slowing down in front of Andrew Stacy. Here comes Ortega. Good restart on the outside lane. Really good start for Ortega. And Cheery going with him. Ortega to the inside. On to the inside of Trenton Wilkin, trying to take 3rd place in the race away. What a restart by the 32 of Alexander Ortega, up to 3rd.
Yeah, that was a great move from him.
Oh, we got cars in the wall. Max DeFilippi, they all hang on to it.
Justin Rott continues to lead this race, but here's Ortega for 2nd place on the bumper of Jacob Malone. Oh!
Ortega,
My God.
Yeah, first the wall. But yeah, Ortega is trying to find a way around Malone. I don't know how patient he will be though. It's looking to be pretty patient right now, but he still has the championship leader Justin Rott here. He has to worry about Justin Rott because yeah, he does not want to let.
But here comes Malone.
Inside.
So surprising for a teammate to do. Jacob Malone to the inside of the 76, Justin Rott, and Alexander Ortega trying to follow in line, which would be the battle for the championship right now. And Malone is making it difficult on both these guys.
Would not be happy with his teammate right now. Just giving Ortega a chance to close in.
Don't forget about the 29 and the 22. They've been climbing their way through the field.
And
just one car separates them from the two other championship leaders as they're side by side off turn 4.
Malone clears and now door to door for the championship lead. They make a little bit of contact. Ortega to the inside, gonna squeeze his way through and take the lead of the championship. But Justin Rott trying to make a crossover back down low, trying to close to his bumper. It's not enough. Ortega takes the lead in the wall a little bit, goes Rott, and now Ortega for the lead of the race in the bumper of Malone.
But they still have Malone in front of them. Here comes Justin Rott looking to the outside.
Oh!
To the back of the 45.
My goodness.
They all stay side by side. 3 wide behind them, though, back in the field.
It's getting dicey.
Ortega rear end damage. That's going to
Cheer-
make him loose.
Cole Wilson and Richard Cherry also coming back through the field. And Ortega on the bumper of Malone for the race lead, but Rott right behind him. Oh, Ortega slides up the racetrack. Will Rott have a run? Yes, he is. To the inside he goes once again.
Caution.
Come on.
Oh,
This
is
sucks.
Justice is getting good.
For what?
Yeah. For
why?
the 47 of Jeremiah Gauntly, he was having connection issues, and I believe he made contact down the front straightaway and had an issue.
Let's see.
3 wide with whoever those two were. We can't see them quite. Then Sean Hilkowitz bounces off the wall. Oh, they just bounce into each other. And
then iRacing, I don't know what's good.
Hold on, I'm hearing over the.
I
I'm
have
hearing
no
over
idea
the
what
radio.
happened.
Someone was blanking around. They were spun out to the inside. So unfortunate. That was a caution. Now we're not sprinting again. About probably around 17 or so laps.
Man, that actually sucks. That was a caution. What a battle we were having up front. Look on the
Incredible
bumper.
battle, but now we're gonna re-rack him, and Ortega does have rear end damage on the back of that
Yeah,
car, so that's really gonna hurt him.
that.
Actually, that's gonna make him really loose.
Look from Justin Rott's view. There is the damage on Alexander Ortega. 20 laps to go in Miami.
Yep, we get a little bit of a break here. Maybe the calm before the storm here for this championship here. It's really good for Malone. I think Malone's really kind of liking these cautions because he knows he doesn't really have the long run car. So yeah, the short run.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's
wow!
interesting.
Oh no! He stays. Oh my God!
won.
Wow!
I wonder if Ortega thought that rear end damage was gonna hurt him too much, but now, I mean, we had a 10-lap run there, 10-lap warrant on tires, but this is gonna be a lot to overcome for Ortega. I mean, this is gonna be a lot of track position he's gonna have to get in about 17 or so laps. And assuming we don't have any caution, or we have cautions, I mean, this is gonna make it really hard for this 32 to get up here. I'm not really too sure if I agree with the decision.
I mean, he's gonna what? Fall back to 20 something? I mean, yeah.
You must think
the
that the
driver's
rear
hitting at
damage
least.
is worse enough to make him loose, I guess.
Yeah, there's no tire advantage for him. He's not taking tires. It doesn't look like so.
Well, he's trying
Yeah,
to repair
I mean,
the car for now. We'll see if he takes
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He's gonna fall way
take-
back here. Now he rolled. No,
Yeah.
no tires.
Yeah, no tires. Yeah.
What?
I think he wants to save us that in case we get another caution.
But like
I
you're
mean-
you're 20th now. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're all the way back. You have to take your tires. So I now really don't agree with this decision by Ortega. There's no way he's gonna be able to get back up to the front. I think that might have just taken him out of championship contention there.
Might have.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because yeah, I mean, as a championship driver, that situation you kind of just have to assume it's gonna go green to the end. Obviously, it
I
might
do not
but
accept.
yeah.
what?
Okay, I don't know if I'm deafened, but I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
Kind
Yeah.
over the radio, not too sure what's going on, but like
Yeah,
we were saying, Ortega all the way back in the field decided to not take tires all the way back in 18. When you're that far back in the field, you're gonna have to just your only chance right now is to take tires and just hope they wreck again. So I think Ortega's left to take tires there. I'm not sure if we missed it, but now he's gonna be stuck
We
on
were
the
watching him
bottom.
the whole time. He didn't take the car didn't lift up at all. He didn't take any tires.
Yeah, it took off.
It took no tires.
I think that might have just taken him out of. I mean, never say never, but that might have just taken him out of championship contention in my eyes, unless we get a big pile up.
I mean,
He's
we
gonna
did
have to,
see
like,
though
run the
Cole
top.
Wilson. We did see Cole Wilson on an insane charge through the field. He's currently in 6th or 5th. So I'm not saying he can't do it, but it's definitely going to be another challenge for him.
And
This
but
is a lot further back than Wilson was.
look back on Cheery and Wilson. That's the battle now for Justin Ryan to try to hold those two off.
Yeah, the story's been between Ortega and Rout most of this race, but Cheery and Wilson, they're still right there.
Alexander Ortega, because of this call, he is now what? He's going to restart all the way back there. Many rows behind. Pace car is in. Ortega going to be restarting here in 15th place as we come back to the restart zone again, and Malone takes off. But Wilkin, I think Wilkin letting his teammate in line maybe, but Malone not too clear, and Cheery gets a good restart as well on the outside of Wilkin in the 1. Heading back into 1 and 2.
Yeah, I feel
Not
like
been the most of the race, but now he's running second right behind the 76. He's got a little bit of a run.
As they make
Yeah,
their way
very
down
good.
this backstretch. And here we go! Look at Cheery to the inside! Battle for the championship lead with 17 to go in Miami. But now Justin Roth trying to wrap that outside. It is go time in Homestead. Oh, Ryan a little bit tight up the racetrack. Malone is not making things easy at all for him. As they look at Ortega, 3 wide to the bottom. He is going, but still not on fresh tires. Almost makes contact with Webster.
Yeah, he's already on his charge. Let's see how much more he can get. Webster almost in the wall. But back up front, here comes Wilson looking to the inside of Wilkin.
Cheery fell off a little bit, and now Cole Wilson there to the inside of the 1.
Yep, Wilson is not out of contention here. He's right there. He's come back from starting further back earlier on, and now he's getting up here. He's up to he's looking for 4th here on Wilkin. He's looking like
Oh, there they go! Oh, what a big crash! Justin, sorry, it's Ron and Suarez involved, and Alexander Ortega, his hood is gone. He has big damage on that 32 car. And his night has gotten even worse.
Ortega looked like he just killed him. I mean, it looked like he tried to shift that car into the corner and then maybe a little retaliation. I have to see it, but I'm not really sure what's going on there. That's going to take Ortega out of championship contention, missing that
What
hood,
we're listening
though.
to the radio, he's trying to like maybe move him up the track.
That's what I was concerned about, because he's been aggressive like that. Yeah, he's still having. He's been aggressive like that kind of all season. I expected him to get maybe a little over-aggressive here, being that far back, and yeah, that's kind of what happened right there. And yeah, that's unfortunate for the 31, and yeah, Ortega, that just didn't benefit him at all. I mean, it's kind of just championship pressure, as I was mentioning in practice. Championship pressure might have just got to him right there. He knew he had to go forward, and yep, that's kind of what happened.
Suarez had
Not a
no
smart
idea he was
decision
going to
in
make
my
that
eyes.
move. Suarez had no idea he was going to dive to the inside there. And Ortega just carrying so much more speed, but just unfortunately
we
was not
got-
there.
we got a-
And we got issues under yellow.
They're fighting their caution.
Suarez is ramming into Ortega. Ortega's doing the same, and this is not going to be good.
What is? Oh my.
Oh, it said the steering's broke. That's really a race over now. He said it doesn't have
And-
steering left on that vehicle.
Wow. Yeah, Suarez just
Let's-
under yellow. Just that's unbelievable, honestly.
Let's see.
I mean,
Running-
what a challenge.
Ortega here by himself. Here comes Suarez.
Man, just
Whoa.
Wow.
try to wreck him.
Oh, and then he
He
comes
did.
back.
He was
Yeah, that's.
successful, and then
Oh!
checks him there, and yeah.
And not a smart
mean-
move out of that 31. That's gonna lead a pretty
And we have
severe
leaders
penalty.
pitting.
We're not gonna talk about it in the air, but everyone's pitting here. A couple cars stayed out, but all of our championship guys are in pit road. Ortega didn't take any tires or anything. He's back out with a killed race car.
What is he
Okay.
doing?
Trying to
And
go around
Rutz
it. I'm
and
almost
Wilson
like-
passes Ryan on, or not Ryan. Cherry on pit road. Malone off first on the drivers that took tires. I don't know what Ortega's doing here.
I don't know.
Ortega
what
maybe
he's
tried
One
to
doing
lap
get
here.
forward.
up, try to hold on.
might have-
Maybe he thinks without a hood that car's gonna drive well. I'm not sure. This is a big risk out of this 32 car.
I mean, you think? And
this is
four
why
drivers
only
stay
tires
out.
last stop. We're gonna have to see What happened?
Or yeah,
Him?
unless he's trying to get to pit road again because he didn't take tires. Maybe he wants tires, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's gonna have a lot of time to get any damage repaired at this point. So I don't know.
I mean, this is his only chance to attempt. I mean, I guess I'm not too sure what he's hoping for, and he's gonna bring it back into the pits.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
I mean, I understand being mad at a guy, but Ronan Shores, that maneuver was completely ridiculous. Ethan Trumley does an awful job of being neutral. I tried to a little bit, but that's just pathetic, honestly.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
Yeah, I'm the biggest
contender, you
Ortega
come
hater.
in-
I'm the biggest Ortega hater I think here, and I cannot agree with that move made on that driver. I mean, Ortega's a championship contender. That is completely unacceptable. Ortega did make a move that I don't think should have been made, but retaliation on a championship 4 driver like that, just completely unacceptable. Should not have happened. And,
Guys, look at this. Cole Wilson restarting now on the outside ahead of Justin Wright. A lot of cars choose the inside.
Wow.
And we're gonna restart with 11 to go.
The only problem is that most of the playoff guys have to get through this field in front of them, and most of the field's probably going to hold them up.
yeah,
Such an
don't forget
odd
they
race.
don't have to get past them. They just have to beat all the other championship contenders. So I don't think Ortega is a contender. So I think it's really going to be between Wilson, Rudd, and Sherry, and I think Wilson's in the best spot of anyone. Maybe just going to have to see how they can get through this traffic if they decide to. It's going to be really interesting to the end. Full push, no tire saving now.
This has been a wild finale so far in Homestead, and we still got to finish it. 4 drivers starting in old tires up front as we go back to green. Oh, a terrible restart for Justin Wright. He gets loose, and he's going to fall back to 3rd in the championship with Cole Wilson taking the lead. Look at this whole mess, heading back into 1 and 2.
Oh, Stacy! Big slide! Stacy, he somehow hangs on to it!
Oh, you're right!
Oh, right!
Look at this restart.
Hangs onto
And
it.
Cole Wilson's got a couple of cars ahead. He's to the inside. Cole Wilson leads the championship. He's to the inside of Malone to make contact.
But keep in mind that 22 and 45, they have issues from a previous iRacing lobby separate from FedEx.
Oh!
So let's see how Malone races him. He runs him down the inside.
Wilson got to be careful here as they make their way through 1 and 2. Obviously, Malone knows Cole Wilson is the championship 4 driver, but how aggressive is he going to race him? And Sean Hilkwich leads this race right now. Oh, we got a car on the wall.
Oh.
He'll save it.
They hang on to it. No harm, no foul. Cole Wilson, a big slide into turn number 3. Not going to get clear yet.
Cherry back there trying to do everything he can.
Oh. Big contact with the one of Wilkin.
Oh!
Somehow they saved it again.
And look at Rod. Oh, my God.
Oh my!
Holy.
Wow!
One over to the inside, more contact.
Man, Rose on Coke is just getting plowed out the way. That's the 2nd time.
Man, with all this chaos, I'm trying to say things. There's so much going on. Let's not forget, Wilson does not have to pass Malone. He doesn't have to win this race. He just has to beat Fury and Rutt, and he's got a really good advantage right now. I think he can kind of just chill out for now.
Oh, he's on the bumper. Oh, my God.
Oh. Yeah, Wilson's got to be smart with this. He has such a buffer over Chewy. He's the next championship car back. He's all the way down in 7th, while Wilson is 3rd. Wilson looking really good right now.
What a wild race. 8 laps to go in the season. Look at Justin Rock coming back to the outside. This is battle for 2nd in the championship. And with Cole Wilson trying to hold on back there, and the 29 of Cherry is doing everything he can to drive his way back up through the field to have a chance at this title. He's got to need Zane Rahman to get out of the way in a minute. And that's 17.
Cherry's going to have to try something else. The bottom's not looking like it's working too well. He's got to go.
Oh,
he's
Rahman.
But I'm just not sure he's going to have enough time. He's got to go past Zane Rahman now.
7 to go.
They have a large gap between Shuri and Cole Wilson. Only 7 laps to go. I don't see a way they can close that up without a yellow.
Battle for the lead starting to go on race lead. And look at Hilkwich blocking Malone down the back stretch in the 3 and 4. Jacob Malone back to the inside with other 7 to go. Cole Wilson involved in this battle. Doesn't want to get caught up in anything.
And where did Tyler Stevenson come from? He's in 4th and looking to make a move for the win.
6 laps to go in Miami.
Incredible.
Oh, look at Stevenson. Wilson trusts the block, heading back into 1 and 2. And Wilson out of the inside of Hilkwich.
The last thing Wilson see these cars racing side by side. Not anymore, but now he's stuck side by with non-championship contenders, and right behind Cheery is completely clean track. Is not what Wilson wants to see. Wilson's gonna have to go here if he wants to secure this championship.
But now he does have 2 cars separating them, coming to 5 laps to go in Miami. Looking back even further, there's Justin Wright, all the way back in 7th, was leading the championship a little bit ago.
It's been super impressive from Cole Wilson in his interview earlier that we did. It's like his racing interview. He didn't sound too confident. Now he's leading the championship. And it's also funny because in practice, Ethan, you said he was your 4th pick, and now he's leading.
I mean, he just hasn't been as good as the others all season long on speed, it feels like. But here, when it matters most, coming to 4 laps to go, Richard Cheery. He's got one final shot at it, a shot to close up. He's got to get around Hillquich now. He is to the inside, but not close on Wilson just yet. Heading back to 1 and 2.
But that gap is closing really quick. Cheery is
Oh my God, look
right
at Tyler Stevenson.
Yeah,
Oh!
all over the back bumper of Cole Wilson, looking to the inside. If I'm Wilson, you just have to let Stevenson go. He's been involved in multiple incidents so far. Can't risk him being the one to take you out, but Cole Wilson's going to stand tough on the outside.
Side by side for second. Heading down the front stretch with 3 laps to go. Look at Cheery. These 2 are racing door to door. He is closing. And now Wilson gets cleared by Stevenson, and Cheery is there with under 3 laps to go. Battles on for the Xfinity Series Championship.
This is looking like it's going to be a great finish to a great Xfinity Series season. What do you do to win a championship? 3 laps to go. So you got 2 laps to go at the line. Wilson falls down a 3rd. Here comes Cheery. Closing to the back bumper of Cole Wilson. Who's going to get it? Will it be Wilson? Will it be Cheery? Or could it be Rott stealing it? He's back in 6th. As yeah, they hit on 2 laps to go. We'll see who can come out on top here in Miami.
2 remaining. Here is Cheery. Wilson defensive line into 1 and 2. You got Wilkin there as well. Battles on for the championship. 1.5 laps to go as they head down the back stretch again. Cheery is there on the bumper of Wilson. How aggressive is he going to be? Heading back into 3 and 4. He's on the bumper of that 22 car. And we are going to get ready to send them off. 1 to go in Miami. Final lap. And here comes Cheery. He's to the outside of Cole Wilson. Now to the inside. Wilson blocks through 1 and 2. Oh, Cheery up the racetrack. Wilson, though, back on the bottom. They are door to door through 1 and 2 and down the backstretch of the final time. Battle for the title.
What is
Oh!
doing to win the championship? Wilson into the corner. Here comes Wilson. And then Cheery up the track goes to 29.
Back through 3 and 4. Who is going to do it? Off turn 4 to the checkered flag. Here they come to the inside. And Cole Wilson has done it. Cole Wilson is a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion.
How about that? What did I tell you guys? 3rd time's a charm. Cole Wilson finally is a FedEx Xfinity Series champion.
He has done it. Jacob Malone will win the race in Miami, his first career Xfinity Series win. But it's Cole Wilson, your NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion. What a battle, somehow, someway, held on, and he has done it. Cole Wilson, an Xfinity Series champion, 3rd time in the Final 4, and like Cameron said, 3rd time's the charm. Cole Wilson, champion of the Xfinity Series in Season 4. He'll burn it down. What a battle. Man, that was one of the best races I think we've ever watched for a battle at the championship. There is your race winner, Jacob Malone. Big congrats to him. But there's your champion, Cole Wilson in the 22. All odds were against him entering this one. Probably the 4th favorite, but executed perfectly tonight. And he is an Xfinity Series champion. Joins Cameron Chandler and Aiden Donahue, 2 other drivers as Xfinity Series champions.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to talk about, another thing to talk about is CWR is going to lock up the points here. So a really, really good season for CWR, locking up the Drivers' Championship and Championship. What
a battle. What a finish. Cole Wilson is officially a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion. I mean, I've talked to Cole. He has been waiting for this moment forever. Had absolutely no confidence entering into tonight, and he has officially done it. Your Xfinity Series champion, Cole Wilson. Lots of course, extended post-race going on here. And Cole Wilson will raise the trophy. Your NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion for season number 4. Jacob Malone will win here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. His first career win in the Xfinity Series. Has a cup win this year as well at Michigan. But, of course, all eyes on the driver of the 22. Cole Wilson, as he will celebrate in victory lane. Of course, post-race interviews coming up. I will be interviewing your champion, Cole Wilson, of course, first of all, from the front straightaway. And then, of course, we're going to have an extended, longer post-race interview later on. Just me and him, most likely, maybe a few other people thrown in there as well. And we'll get the other ones involved here as well. And Cole Wilson is a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion. Let's go down to the front straightaway and interview your newly crowned Xfinity Series champion. Cole Wilson, you have done it. You had absolutely no confidence after the first half of the race, but you somehow, someway did a masterful job driving your way back up through the field. You held on there somehow with Richard Cherry closing on your bumper, and officially, third time's the charm, third time in the championship for Cole Wilson. You are a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels really good, man. I've been doing this league, yeah, like you said, 3 years. I've made the championship 3 times, and like you said, third time's the charm.
So, of course, huge congratulations on this championship. I mean, we're going to ask you more questions. We got a whole extended post-race show coming up that you have to be in. But yeah, but we got to talk about that final lap battle between you and fellow championship contender Richard Cherry. What was going through your mind there? You saw him closing in your rear view there, of course. He was closing for the last few laps. You got past. You lost. You're not in the battle for the race lead anymore, of course. But you somehow held on. You was steered outside there on the final few laps, but you hold on to win the title. Take me through that final few laps.
Yeah, I knew once Stevenson got under me for second, like, I just let him go. I think I let him go a little too hard, let Cherry get right to me. And then last lap, got to my outside. He had the run through turn 1 and off 2, and he pulled ahead. And then turn 3, man, I don't like racing like that, especially with Cherry. Cherry's one of my best friends on iRacing, and I love racing against him. But I did what I had to do to get the championship. I didn't wreck him, so put a little door-to-door action, pushed him up a little bit, and got the run off.
All right, Cole Wilson. Well, of course, stick around. Have fun celebrating this with your team for a little bit, but we're going to be inviting you back here to the post-race deck once we're finished up with the other interviews for a championship interview, longer extended like this. So we'll see you then in about maybe 10 or 15 minutes' time. Congratulations on the championship.
Thank you.
All right, that'll be Cole Wilson coming back a little bit later. Your Xfinity Series champion. We'll see him coming back. Anyways, now it's time to interview your race winner, Jacob Malone, first career Xfinity Series victory here tonight from Homestead-Miami Speedway.
Am I supposed to be doing this? Okay, there we go.
No, it's my job for these.
Oh, hey guys.
Jacob Malone, you finally are a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series winner. It definitely didn't come easy here. Of course, you're battling with all those final 4 drivers. You were able to take the lead the last few laps. You won a cup race this season as well, but you will hold on for the win here in the Xfinity Series race at Miami, taking through these last few laps.
Cup win before Xfinity win is crazy, but you know, it was something. I was kind of just trying to manage it. You know, got ran into a few times, but I was able to be good, keep the car in a straight line. It was overall pretty fun. I feel bad for Alexander. He raced wonderful this race along with Justin. Those two raced me super clean. Richard as well. You know, good championship to Cole. I don't like him, but good championship to him. He worked hard for it, and he did come home with it. So you can't dog on a dude for winning a championship. But a lot of fun here tonight, actually, when we got those long runs in. The first stage was mostly a test session for me. I didn't get really any practice win, just kind of just showed up and got pole. I had some speed. Um, but yeah, at the very end there, it was just managing and keeping the car safe in a straight line and keeping those tires just a little bit just in case of a yellow and preparation in that area.
So, of course, it was announced earlier this week that you're going to be moving full time to the Grand National Series, which is, of course, Xfinity, next season. So, of course, this is a great way to have a send off into there. How much good momentum do you think this is winning here in Miami to now head into next season full time driver?
It'll be interesting. These aren't the cars I've run, nor are these the cars that I'm really comfortable with. I like the next gen car. I like the truck. I can go in there and go win races, especially on the long run. But I'm excited to learn this car. It'll give me some experience under my belt. Sorry if I'm a little messed up right now. I'm still a little sick. But other than that, it's a fun little car. Would like to be able to push it more on the short run, but you can't. The car's super sensitive due to the tire wear being terrible.
All right, Jacob. Well, of course, still big congrats. Your first career Xfinity Series win. I know the championship, all that's going on, but I don't want to take too much credit off of that. You definitely worked hard there at the end, battling there with some of your championship 4 drivers to ultimately beat them all and win the race tonight. So we'll see you, of course, next season where you're full time in the in the Grand National Series.
Have a good one, bro. Thank you for the race, of course.
Of course. All right. So next up, Cameron Chandler. This is your job. Coming up next, we're going to do Cheery first, and then, of course, Stevenson.
So, Richard Cheery, up and down day for you. Put yourself in position in the closing laps. Almost got the job done, but got ran up the track by Cole Wilson. Talk me through what you were thinking those closing laps.
I'm telling you, man, that 29 car was fast. I mean, I swear, you will go through my mind on those last 10 laps, and I swear I had it. I swear I had it, but, it just happens. I mean, congrats to Cole. I don't like getting raced like that, but, racing for a championship, what are you going to do? Just, I guess I got to race them harder, the part-time races I do next season, but just unfortunate there. Proud of my season all around. Thanks for all that helped me. Shout out to people like Ortiz, Aiden also, who helped me for Dover. And this race, I took his advice on what the lane I was running in the second stage. And I just proud of my season, proud of just did a good season. But all 4 of us, whoever had won tonight, we all would have deserved it. So congrats to Cole once again, and yeah, I hope I hope we can now in a full season points form have a good battle next season going forward.
Now, you talked about going part-time next season. How many races do you expect to do next season, and can we expect you to be in Cup tomorrow?
I'm gonna be in Cup tomorrow. It's my home track, so I wanna win at this track because it's about the only track I have gone multiple times. So, just and for the part-time races, I don't know. Now graduation is approaching and college and all that. So, I'm going to have less time. I'm going to have to be more focused on that because that's the stuff that really matters in life. It's all that matters for me now.
Richard Cheery in the 29th car, bad fast all day, but just came up a little bit short. Yeah, and we're getting a job now. Richard Cheery will be employed and graduating college, so no more full-time Richard Cheery. Anything else you would like to say to the people?
Un saludo también al barril de duendes. No sé por qué creo que sé por qué os llamáis así. No me acuerdo, simplemente parece que me olvido de esas cosas. Un saludo. Un saludo también a Diego Salas, Chibi. No pudo correr hoy porque le fallaba el volante. If anybody has fixes for G29 not working at all in iRacing, because that's what happened to him, let me know. And that'll be it. So, shout out to those people.
All right, yeah. Shout out Richard Cheery and shout out Spanish-speaking brothers. All right. Have a good day, Richard Cheery, and we'll probably be bringing you back in later in the post-race show.
Richard Cheery.
All right. Yeah. Now, Ethan Chandler, who am I bringing next? Ortega?
I mean, we can do all the final 4 drivers if you want first.
Yeah, Rot's not here, so I'm bringing Ortega, I guess.
Okay.
So Alexander Ortega, up front all day long, won the stage, but got taken out in an incident late in the race. Talk me through it.
Yeah, just really unfortunate. I mean, we were so fast on. We had a leg up on the field, especially on the long run. Even when Malone kind of gapped us by about a second and a half there in stage 1, I think in 30 laps we were able to get back by him, gap him by like 2.5 seconds, and put 3 to 4 seconds on the rest of the field. And then just got some damage racing for the lead. Malone was, I guess, trying to save tires, and so we stacked up on center. I was right on his rear bumper, got into his bumper, and was checking up to not wreck him. And with Route right behind me, Route got into my bumper, and so it just gave me a little bit of right rear damage, which is why I came on pit road. That one caution to all like by myself pretty much, and was trying to cut back through the field and make my way back up, and was making really good progress, and I was starting to show a nose to Ronan there in a 1, and took a really early turn in to just get there, so that way he can't cover it, and he tried to react to it, turned down, and got himself hooked. I gave him all the time to save it. He hooked it back up to clean my nose off. Under caution, he came and finished it off. I think before that, we actually would have been able to get it fixed. It was just the hood that popped off. Everything else was pretty clean. And yeah, it's really unfortunate. Should have had it.
Now, I would say if there will be any issues with you two going into next season, but unfortunately for Ronan, I don't believe we'll be seeing him back in this series for quite a while. So, yeah. What can we expect for your next season plans, and how do you think you're gonna improve for next season?
Should be fun. Dylan Banks coming down. It'll be nice to have some good guys up down here. Hopefully, I do have a contract kind of finalized here and a ride set up that will be announced soon. But yeah, I mean, same kind of thing. Just hopefully we can get our luck changed around this year. I mean, story of our season so fast on those long runs, and then we never get them.
All right, Alexander Ortega, so close to a championship here. Just unfortunate with Ronan Torres. Anything else you would like to say to all the people at home?
No comment.
Okay, well, that'll be it, and good luck next season.
Thank you.
Oh, Justin Rott's now here. So Justin Rott finished P3 in the season standings. Just needed a little bit more at the end of those last few runs. Talk me through
it. Yeah, just need to pick their correct line on the choose cone. They're on the last, I think, restart. If I didn't get sad too, I probably still would have had a shot at it, but I mean, that first run was horrible. It was probably the worst run I've had all season, so I knew I had to do something different. I wasn't going to beat the 32 by sitting there saving tires, because he did a better job of that than anybody, I think. So just went up there, pushed, took the lead, and was just going to bank on yellows, go out swinging basically, and that's kind of what I did, and it worked out that he got stuck in the back with strategy and whatever. So from there, I mean, I was in a perfect position. I had all my teammates around me, and just kind of screwed up that choose code and didn't get a good restart on the last one.
So came up just short today though, but how do you feel you're coming back with ETR next season? How do you feel about your chances to go at another one next season?
Hopefully good. Different format will be. I don't know if that helps or hurts the chances, but I mean, you gotta be consistent. I think I do a better job of most people of just staying out of trouble. Well, that's not. I've wrecked a lot, but I think I put myself in as good of positions as I can, and that's really what's going to be the big thing with this new format. But I'm just going to be going for wins like I did this season, and if championship falls in my lap, I'll gladly welcome it.
Now, one more thing, you were racing hard with your teammates, Jacob Malone, Sean Hilkowitz, and Trenton Wilkin. what was the ETR game plan? Were you guys just to race as hard as you could, or were they supposed to help you out there?
I don't know. I wasn't in call with any of them or anything. But I was, we're just racing really. None of them held me up or anything at all. They were helpful throughout the race. I know that. So, those are the guys I have to rely on. When it gets to the end of the race, and they put themselves in position to do that. And Jacob, of course, he was racing for the win the whole time. So I mean, he's gonna go for the win. I have no problem with how any of them raced me. It wasn't harder than anyone else. I feel like I didn't really have any too hard of battles with anyone except maybe Jacob or maybe Ortega on that one restart. So yeah, I mean nothing there. I'm gonna assume they were out there to help me, and they did their best to do so. I just kind of put myself in a bad spot that made it. Just had to recover and didn't do a good job of that.
All right, Justin, just so close to a championship here, but gotta go try to get them next season. Anything else you would like to say to the people at home?
Yeah, I guess just thanks to everyone who puts this league on and the broadcast and everything, and Ethan for letting me be on his team, and most of the people we race with, I guess not most of them. Some of the people we race with I like. So shout out to those couple of people. You might know who you are, and yeah, that's about it.
Justin Rott, we'll just say P3 in the championship. Good luck next season, and have a good off season.
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Okay, now, how about the P2 finisher for Fat and Friends United in the team debut, Tyler Stevenson? How about that? Talk me through your day.
A lot happened, but well, we had some beef with Andrew Stacy, but I mean, when he tries to send it all the way down to the bottom in the apron, and then he almost nearly dumped me in the corner. I gave him a little door tap back, but he got a little mad about that. But we get past that, we start getting our car up front. We get fourth in the stage, and we just start get going. Got a little loose on that restart there, but a lot happened. I wrecked with the 47. We were just hard racing. So I had to go to bed, got some tires, got back to the field, got through all the shenanigans, and with all the whole Ortega thing, got up front, and we finished second because, I'm good like that.
Ethan Schindler, I think we met our quota. So let's go have some fun. You talk about the beef with Andrew Stacy. Andrew Stacy is now here. So how about you guys go hash it out?
Wow. You know what? I want all of Fat and Friends United in here now. I have an announcement to make. I have an announcement.
So all the Fat and Friends United people are now they have all been brought in. Now, Andrew Stacy, the floor is yours.
Get Kirsten Herkloss in here, too. I need my lawyer.
Hello. I've been waiting for this day since yesterday, actually. I just want to go ahead and shout out our incredible race team, Fat and Friends. I mean, what a debut there. We got Tyler Stevenson finishing second for us. I mean, really puts us on the map. I mean, and Ethan Trendler, I just have a couple issues that I need to talk to you about.
Yeah, nice try.
So, first off, what was the violation that sent Ben Horner to the back? I mean, he was top 3, right?
You can ask Braden Hunsaker.
Sorry?
You can ask Braden Hunsaker.
Hey, talk about the Phantom caution. 19. Talk about the Phantom caution.
You're gonna
Phantom caution.
You can ask iRacing Race Control.
All right. Back to what I was saying. Fat and Friends United. You guys are terrible. I'm declaring war. I'm declaring war for next season. We are declaring war. Whoever gets higher in the owners' championship wins the war, and then whoever wins gets ownership percentage in each team.
Andrew Stacy, where did you finish today, Andrew Stacy?
Yeah,
where did you finish?
I finished 11th after an amazing save off the restart.
Oh wow, an amazing save!
Where did your top racer finish?
You haven't even done iRacing. Be quiet.
Your top racer finished 9th, okay? You don't.
Yeah, we're Mr. Consistency. We're Mr. Consistency.
You don't compare. After we signed Ortega after we sign Malone. I mean, we're gonna be top
You're
dog.
not
We're
signing
gonna be-
Malone. He just signed a new contract.
It doesn't matter when that 100K hits his bank.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Listen,
I mean,
listen.
Ethan, we're
Drag this
paying
guy
three.
E119 now. He's out of control. He's out of control.
Chandler, I don't.
Get him out of here.
Gosh, I've
He's
seen many
threatening your reign of power.
Ethan, I have a
Alright,
couple
alright.
suggestions. I have a
He's
couple
threatening your
What the
reign
fuck
of
is
power.
happening?
He's
Hi,
fueling.
Richard
It's a
Chang.
war declaration. Fan Friends United is
running a war
QM.
Let's hear it. Let's listen.
Are we
Listen.
just are we just adding everybody?
Okay,
Ben
listen,
Horner, let's
Ethan.
go.
Ethan, on a real note, I don't have any issues with you yet. I mean, you are on the hit
Yeah.
list, but I'm gonna have to get to know you more before. I mean, you are on the hit list. We're gonna find a way to the commentary booth, and we are gonna take you out. But
Didn't you
Yeah,
say he was
I don't know
you were gonna
about
go to
that.
his
We kinda
local
have
go-kart
yeah,
track
we're
and
gonna-
beat
we're gonna-
down him?
We have
We're gonna-
bulletproof
we're
glass.
gonna-
Nice try.
We're gonna wreck Andrew Stacy's race car, and he's gonna go flying into the comment.
we're gonna send
All right,
Andrew
Cameron
Stacey
Chandler. I think it's time
into
to
heaven.
clear them all out.
Okay,
Well,
any
I still need
final
my interview.
words
I
for
still
the-
need my interview.
Okay,
final
well,
words?
we'll-
No, you don't get an
too.
interview.
I have
Get
final
this guy
remarks.
E119 out
Okay.
of here now.
My final remarks are: we are here. Don't fuck with us, gang, gang. Ethan Chandler,
Hell yeah.
I'm going to rape you.
Oh, okay.
Get out.
Okay, that was yeah.
What are we
you
gonna
guys-
That was very eventful. All right, can I get my
Oh,
interview
That
now?
was incredible.
Okay, yeah. Now, that was the owner of Fat and Friends United. Now Andrew Stacy, I don't even know where you finished. I think you said that you finished 11th. A terrible day for the QM driver. Now, tell me what happened to you, man.
So we were running really good. We were running like I don't know, like sixth place, maybe second, seventh place. Don't even say it. And I get
Sixth, seventh?
doored. I get doored. I get front end damage from Tyler J. Stevenson, and it just falls off from there. And I drop down to I think 17th on the halfway break, and it was just a way back from there. We got up to 4th, I think, coming to like 10 to go, and we fell off a bit due to a bad strategy call and overall just slowness on the short run. And then we had an amazing save off the restart. We fell like dead last, and then we crawled our way back to 11th. So I'm not that mad on this day. I know I could have definitely done better. I think I could have aimed for a top 5 if I was really fast. I know I definitely could have gotten a top 10. But yeah, we'll move on for the next season. Fat and Friends United sucks. QM is gonna dominate. They have the big 3 in the most big the T words. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on YouTube. They have Knox Thompson and guys like Tyler J. Stevenson, the guy who tried to pass under the apron at Atlanta. And they have guys like Brody Webster, who brought down CWR's average point.
Okay, I got bored of talking to him. We're gonna go bring
Yeah.
in Kristen Herklots. Okay, Kristen Herker, final race for TCMC. I mean, that's a completely unbelievable decision, honestly. And you finished P9. What's your day?
Sorry, I just gotta say, what the fuck is going on in the background? Anyway, really, good run. Not really, but yeah, we recovered pretty well. The car was pretty fast, and I think TCMC and Lucas K for the ride. This season, good way to cap off my rookie season, and I'm excited to go to QM next season. Looking very optimistic next season, so hopefully we can go win a championship.
Yeah, I mean, that's just completely unbelievable. But yeah, you talk about going into next season. I mean, what's your expectations for next season? Are we expecting wins, or what are we expecting?
Well, for how this season went, I think we're expecting top 10s and top 5s. Wins are a little far out there, but if we can get them, we'll take them.
All right, Kristen Hooker, P9 today, going to QM for some reason, and good luck next
That's a
season.
very good reason.
Yeah, nice try. Okay, now, who? I don't care about the order. We're bringing in Crash Out Miller. Crash Out Miller. I mean, you were in the booth the whole day. Now, but tell me what you thought about the day.
Yeah, it was good, man.
He didn't pay attention at all.
Okay, yeah, Crash Out Miller wasn't paying attention at all. So
We were.
you know what? Let's bring in Max DiFilippi. He's the first person I feel like bringing in. Now, Max DeFilippi, I don't know if you finished ahead of Zane Vermon. Oh, you did. Okay, so thankfully Ethan won't be angry about that. But you finished somewhere. Had some issues earlier on. Talk me through it.
I'm so pissed. I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just, I can't qualify every week. I'm way better on long runs. But when you qualify in the back with idiots, I'm one of them, and we wreck on lap 1 and kill the car, give me like 5 minutes of damage or whatever. It just, the whole first and half of stage 2, I just couldn't do anything. And then once I get up there, I get hit from every direction either way. Don't know if the broadcast caught that, but the whole back straightaway, I was facing every wall at a point. But I don't know. Happy for next season, and with a really good team, it just sucks can't get the finishes out of it because either I'm doing something stupid or everyone around me is. So it sucks, but hoping next season will be better.
Now, struggle to the end of this season, but you talk about next season. What do you think your expectations are going into next season?
Don't wreck every week. I mean, I've been good on the X's, like getting X's lately. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've gotten a couple every race, but tonight was just terrible, and half of them weren't my fault, and the other half was because I was hitting the wall every lap. Like, I don't know. Just hoping to do good next season with a good team and not finish 22nd every week.
All right, Max DeFilippi. Unfortunate day, but look, moving forward to next season. Good luck. Yeah, good luck next season.
Thank you.
Okay, now it is Vermont, right? I'm not saying it wrong, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, thank you. Ethan Trundler's useless.
We were muted.
Zane Vermont, I don't care. Zane Vermont finished P15, I hope. Okay, yeah, P15. I wasn't wrong. Okay, I'm not saying I hope you finish P15. Obviously, everyone wants it to be better, but unfortunate day. Talk me through your day.
Yeah, I mean, it was just late strategy at the end. I mean, I tried to do a Hail Mary thing. I honestly wish that was 10 laps shorter, otherwise I would have finished 4th, but yeah, I pretty much got freight trained with everyone taking fresh tires that caution, so nothing I could have really done, but I just salvaged the P15 while I was out it, so yeah.
Now, you had some good runs towards the end of this season and throughout the mid-season. We start off the season at Daytona where you won an iCar. How do you feel about your chances to rack up some more decent finishes and maybe even win a race next season?
Well, Cameron, one thing's for sure, I'm just going to take the off-season, try to prepare myself for next season, and hopefully I just do better than this one, because I wanted to gain the experience from this season, and well, I want to put it all into next season so I can go contend for a cup.
All right, Zane Vermont, P15, but as I've said for everyone, looking to improve for next season. Thank you for your time, and good luck next season, Zane.
Thank you, Cameron, you too.
Okay, now I don't know who brought the entire posse into the commentary booth.
I want an interview.
Oh yeah, I didn't interview you, I guess. So Brody Webster, I mean, okay, you got 13th. I just completely skipped over you. You were like nowhere to be seen the entire race, though. I mean, pretty awful, honestly, considering your teammate won the championship. So
are we talking?
Yeah,
Okay,
why were we so slow?
No. So on the long run, we were saving very well. You know, like first time coming in, you know, we had our right front was like 6-7%, and so and so we had saved pretty good because, you know, the number 2 place finisher, Tyler Stevenson, he even his were less, and we were gaining on, I don't know who, I think it was Landon Johnson. We were behind him, and we were gaining on him.
How are you?
Quickly.
How are you gonna let me pass you, bro? Just a quick question.
Hold on, you were in the race?
Yes.
Yeah,
oh my.
But if I would have had 10 more laps and no stages like next season, I think I could have caught up a lot because I was saving tires so well. But
so,
oh my gosh! And then okay,
Brody
let me get to Andrew
Brody,
Stacy.
how did we feel about the caution incident with Andrew Stacy?
Oh my god!
With you checking up randomly, going from 50 to 40 off the pit code. How do we feel about that, Brody Webster?
No, this is.
We have a Mongolian low pitch singer.
Stacy, everything into the annoys the crap out of me and gives me 30 seconds of damage. Therefore,
This is just awful.
That's so cheery. Okay, therefore coming in home in 13th place. You know, I'm not upset with the finish. I'm very glad the new team, Fat and Friends United, got a P2. You know, I'm very excited for that actually because next season it just shows a lot of hope for the team and, you know, the
QM
war
is destroying
between
y'all.
us and QM.
Yeah, we're destroying y'all. We're destroying y'all. Yeah, y'all are going down. You know who we signed? You know who we signed? Cole J. Wilson. We signed Cole J. Wilson to QM. Welcome, Cole.
Yeah, we do not accept false propaganda to be spread around the broadcast. Now, Andrew Stacy, I'm going to give you one chance to apologize, or I'll lock you in a room with Payson Lindsay and Alexander Ortega.
Wow. All right. Wow. I apologize. For what, though? For what? What did I do?
And Andrew Stacy has been sent into the room with Alexander Ortega and Payson Lindsay.
Okay. You know, I do want to make one more comment. You know, Fat and Friends United, you know, as a new team, you know, we didn't have much tech coming into the last week. You know, it was pretty much just a like trial, just to see how our drivers were running. And you know, Ben Horner obviously was up there in third, and then got that penalty.
Okay, Ethan Chandler, when does the champion post-race show start?
Officially now, as we welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series post-race show. The season is officially over, and hang on. Anyways, the season is officially over, and we are officially done here in Miami. And of course, Cole Wilson celebrating in victory lane, your NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion. All right, Cole, I'll bring you back in here. Of course, we interviewed you earlier right after the checkered flag. Has anything, as we've cooled down here a little bit for maybe the last 20 minutes, has anything been going through your thoughts a little bit more on this championship race, your first ever championship win finally, our Season 4 Xfinity champion?
Yeah, like you said, finally. Man, I've been in this league for a long time, and finally got it done. I mean, every year there's been different challenges. Season 1 with Aiden Donahue. I mean, he's just Aiden Donahue. He's so hard to beat. Season 2, got wrecked on the first lap of the Championship 4 race, and then obviously Kevin Chandler is a very good driver, so couldn't get it done then. And then tonight, like you said, at the stage break, I had no optimism. I was in the back. I had damage. I wasn't fast. I was in my own head, and I want to thank Jacob Clarina for giving me a little pep talk. He calmed me down, and then I went out there, made some good moves, and was able to hold off Cherry.
Yeah, so of course, it's a big day overall for you. Of course, Chandler Wilson Racing, you're a party team owner of that team as well. You guys will officially lock up the Team Owners Championship. So, the Drivers Championship as well as the Team Owners Championship, first full-time year for the team. I mean, so much success, most wins of the year for the team as well. Just give me your thoughts on all that. Just such a successful team owner now with Cameron Chandler.
Yeah, I mean, Team CWR. I mean, both the owners now are Xfinity champions, so why wouldn't you want to be on the best team on the grid? Yeah, it's been great to be a team owner. I mean, Alexander Ortega, let's be honest, he deserved this more than anyone. He had a great season, won the most races I think in of the season. He did a great job, and tonight he didn't get wrecked, he would have been champion. And man, I really feel for him. Not the way he wanted to end the season, and I think he's moving on from CWR. I'm not sure honestly, but I think he's going to a new team. So, wish him well. He's had a great run with us, and he's a major reason why we're team champions this year.
So, Cole, of course, it all started in Daytona. I mean, outside of your Xfinity Series championship, a long season, a lot of ups and downs for you. 2 wins on the year, and not including this at Portland and Atlanta. 2 very spread out wins. But besides this one, before coming into tonight, what ultimately was your favorite moment of this Xfinity Series season for you guys?
I don't know. I guess I guess that probably burning it down on the front straightaway tonight. I mean, I just let it sink in after. I mean, that last lap definitely wasn't my favorite part. Very stressful, and I had to make some contact to get it done. But man, just so happy I was finally able to get it done. Some others of my favorite moments was probably the second half of the race at Portland when I really checked out, and then I won by 11 seconds, so that was good. And yeah, just some great moments from the season, and I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, of course, talking about it, you'll be in your 4th full-time Xfinity Series season next year, going for back-to-back Xfinity titles. So, and now that you have it, of course, you got multiple wins as well. You're going to be the defending champion entering next year. How much does that whole change the whole game plan, knowing you're already the defending champion, or does it not change it at all? You're just going fresh start, fresh season. I know we're already talking about that. You still got to celebrate this one, but talk to me about that one.
Yeah. I don't know. Just go into it with the same mindset every year, which is make the championship 4, then go to the last race and go from there. So I had that mindset all 3 seasons. I met my goal, exceeded it this year, and yeah, I'm just an all guy. I just stay in Xfinity. I would do Cup, but you can't call me an Xfinity merchant because I would do Cup, but I'm not home on Thursday nights, so not my fault. And I like this car way better anyway.
Yeah, so news for Cole Wilson. We won't have the championship 4 anymore, if you didn't already know that.
Oh yeah. My
Yeah,
goal
it
is
sounds like we're
simple.
cooked.
Goal is simple. Then be top 3 all season championship and have a shot at it going into the last race.
All right. So of
Nice
course,
try.
throughout our desk, does anybody else have any more questions for your champion of the Xfinity Series this season, Cole Wilson?
Yeah, I mean, Cole Wilson, I mean, you're an Xfinity man, and it took you 3 attempts to do this. Why?
Because Aiden Donahue and you.
Well, how about we learn to find a way to go faster? Because this should have happened at least one time before now.
Nice try. I got wrecked last year.
Yeah, and you took out
Andrew
Shuri.
Stacy took out all of us.
Yeah, well, you took out Shuri for this one, so absolutely dirty maneuver. I mean, the same way you took out Justin Rod at Atlanta, you are a dirty driver.
Oh, all right. So, anybody else throughout the desk have many more questions for your Xfinity Series champion this season, driver of the 22, Cole Wilson? Guess that's a no. All right, Cole. Well, of course, I know we kept you around here for a while. Extended post-race interviews, but it's been a long season. You have officially done it. Of course, you are officially forever a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion. So, ultimately, great season in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. So, it all started with your extremely upset Daytona 500 win in one of your Cup Series starts, and you cap it off with an Xfinity Series championship. How special is that?
Yeah. Won the first one. Didn't win this one, but I guess I didn't technically win it, but I'm gonna count it as a win. I mean, I think being champion is better than winning a race. So, yeah, great season. Had that Daytona 500 Cup win, and then 2 Xfinity wins in the championship.
All right. Well, of course, big congrats on the title here tonight. You have done it, a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion. So have fun celebrating with your whole race team. I know you don't get a trophy technically like the Cup Series guys will tomorrow night, but we still get a chance to
They
win
get
the
a
most.
trophy?
Yeah, they got a real trophy.
Are we serious?
Yeah.
What?
Give me a medal.
Maybe. Well, we'll see next
you a
time I
block
see you
of
at the
coal.
track.
Nice try. All right, Karen Chandler. Good luck tomorrow. Unfortunately.
Hey, I picked you to win, and you won.
Well, I pick you.
Yeah, well, I better win, and if I don't win, it's your fault. You weighed down the car.
Yeah, I'm the crew chief tomorrow.
I'll give you dirty year again.
Oh, hell no.
All right, good night, Ethan Chandler. We've had a long season. Excited for the off season. Keep doing FNLs because they're my only source of Ethan Trendler for the week. And I'm leaving.
I had enough of
Okay.
his interview.
All right, guys. Anything left to say? What a season in the Xfinity Series was. What a finale as well. Anything else to say?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna turn the mic real quick to Richard Sherry. I don't know if he's here, but Richard Sherry, do you have anything?
I mean, second sucks. That's about it. I mean,
Oh, well, that's not what I was expecting, but
I could go to the bathroom now. But
Okay.
I mean, I have my parents are at home, so
I mean, usually you just go to the bathroom when you're commentating races.
well, I was alone that time, so I just couldn't resist, And yesterday in Gatco, I did too. So, I went to the bathroom. That was a nice pee, and yeah, what can you do,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, that's Richard Sherry for everyone. I mean,
Oh, okay, I don't know who did that. Yeah, nice try. Anyways, yeah. That will officially.
you come back here to Ryan Davis, nothing. The stream is ending. What is the point? Speaking of Ryan Davis, we have the Daytona winner, Ryan Davis, in the
whoa.
chat. Now, Ryan Davis, what do you have to say about the ending of this race?
It was actually pretty decent, to say the least. I don't really have much words for it, seeing as I'm really not that involved anymore, but it was all right.
Okay, I appreciate your time, Ryan Davis. Okay, we can end the stream now. Oh, wait, actually, Landon Johnson, you didn't get an interview. Honestly, I didn't even know you were in the race. What happened to you, man?
Well, man, I was running actually running pretty decent. My final remarks. You can go ahead and play like the theme song while I'm talking, Ethan. I was almost in the top 10. I restarted like 5th. I went backwards like normal. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna send it back to Ethan Trendler.
All right, what an
Xfinity. That is all from the FedEx Xfinity Series. I'm Cameron Chandler. I own the league. Ethan Trumler is my co-commentator. I was joined today by Matthew White.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, that will do it tonight.
Oh, hear you. You know what?
Screams right there in his face.
This is the worst possible place to be. All right, anyways, that will do it tonight. Cole Wilson, congratulations to him, a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series champion. What an Xfinity Series season it was, of course, for Xfinity. We'll see you in Daytona in a little bit for preseason thunder. I appreciate it. Anyways, that will do it tonight. We hope you enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow night, the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series Championship race from Homestead-Miami Speedway. We will decide a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series champion tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. Live from Homestead-Miami Speedway at 8 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. So, on behalf of all official team owners, commentators, drivers, team owners, everybody involved making this league what it is, thank you for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series. It was a great campaign in this. We'll, of course, be moving on to a new name, Grand National, next season. We will see you in the Xfinity Series in Daytona. But for the Cup Series, we'll see you tomorrow night. We will decide a new NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series champion from Homestead-Miami Speedway live on the channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. Good night from Homestead-Miami Speedway. We will see you for the biggest event of the season, the Cup Series Championship, tomorrow in Miami here